report reveals legal vapes, which can only be bought at pharmacies and chemists, account for just 4.3% of the market. After 16 months in hiding, the Venezuelan opposition leaders arrived in Oslo to thank supporters for her Nobel Peace Prize. Maria Corina Mercado says she feels proud.
This day, I had to be here. It wasn't easy. Sometimes it looked impossible. But so many times we've been told what we wanted to do was impossible. And we have done it.
Now turning to FIVEAA Sport.
Be the first to test drive the all-new Mitsubishi ASX at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
Here's Tom Wren.
Thank you, Jess. Former England captain Michael Vaughan believes Ollie Pope should be dropped for the third test in Adelaide, wanting Ben Stokes to be moved up to number 3. England must win that test here in Adelaide or they cannot regain the Ashes urn, as they currently trail 2-0 in the best-of-5 series. Still with cricket, and Beth Mooney starred for the Scorchers in their 11-run win over the Sydney Sixers in the WBBL finals. Mooney delivered a masterclass with the blade, making 76 off just 44 balls. The Scorchers will now play against Hobart in the final on Saturday night. Well, Roger Federer will return to Rod Laver Arena to launch the Australian Open. Eddie Summerfield reports.
An opening ceremony will be held for the first time the night before the Australian Open begins. It'll see six-time champion Roger Federer return to Melbourne Park on Saturday, January 17, for a special battle of the world number ones, joining Andre Agassi, Pat Rafter and Leighton Hewitt, with the 15-day slam beginning the following Sunday. Tickets for the opening ceremony aren't cheap, starting at $149, going on sale today.
Briefly elsewhere in some golf, South Aussie Jack Thompson has the outright lead at the Saudi Open. He's currently 14 under, putting him one shot clear of Bjorn Helgren with 2 rounds to play. And there was one game in the NBL overnight with the Illawarra Hawks recording a 100-85 win. That was against the Brisbane Bullets. And that's the FIVEAA Sport.
Thanks, Tom. Now the FIVEAA forecast, partly cloudy and 37 today, sunny and 27 tomorrow, 23 and partly cloudy for Sunday and Monday. Right now it's 25 degrees on FIVEAA, always Adelaide.
There's Salted Millionaires Mix, Raspberry Lollichocks and Macadamia Magnifique. Merry Christmas, folks. I'm Brett Charlesworth and they're just 3 of over 100 lip-smacking delights we make for you at Charlesworth Nuts. This Christmas, spoil yourself and your guests with the very best and the absolute freshest. And when it comes to nuts, that means South Australia's own Charlesworth Nuts. I guarantee you'll taste the quality difference we've perfected for over 90 years. 11 family-owned stores or shop online. Why Charlesworth? Because fresh nuts taste better.
Who wants to go on a holiday? Dreaming of your next getaway? With Travel Options, the choice is yours. From powered sites for caravanners to holiday cabins, relaxing cruises and hotel escapes, there's something for everyone. And here's the best part. You bid the price you want to pay. With Travel Options, it's as simple as placing your bid, and if you are successful, hello holiday. Travelauctions.com.au or call 1300 656573. No hidden fees, just great deals.
We all love traditional Christmas fare like mince pies and Christmas pudding. Well, lucky for us, SA's own Kytons bake some of the best in the country, as well as lots of other gifts and treats as well.
That's right. It's easy to love Kytons. Make sure you take a look at their new look website for a fantastic range of delicious festive goodies. And remember, you can shop online or find the nearest Kyton stockist to you.
Or for the full experience, shop where they bake at Edwardstown. Christmas is the perfect time to support local when gifting, entertaining and serving your favourite traditional Christmas treats. Make SA's own Kytons Bakery part of your family's Christmas this year.
What's worse than running out of gas during the Christmas barbecue or the gas burner cutting out right as you're cooking your favourite steak?
Come on.
At Max Built Trading Co, we've been keeping barbies sizzling and meat medium rare since 1946. From refilling gas bottles to those hard-to-track down spares for your gas burner, Max Built has quality products and reliable solutions for all situations. Visit us at Research Road, Paraka, or head to our Facebook page for more.
G'day, Alan Gray here. Speaking mechanic to mechanic, we all know that when you're looking to load up your rig or to do some off-road exploring, the right suspension is crucial. It dictates how much weight you can carry, what you can tow, and how safe and comfortable your ride will be. At Terrain Tamer, our range of GVM upgrades, parabolic springs, smart coils and fortified shock absorbers will get you there and home again without a hitch. To find out more, go to terraintamer.com.
Oh, good morning, boys. I often listen to you fellas.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
Live from Hindmarsh Square, it's 5AA Breakfast. David Penberthy and Will Goodings.
8 after 6, good morning to you and welcome to 5AA Breakfast on this Friday, the 12th of December. I'm getting ahead of myself. Already the countdown to Christmas is on. The number 20 is forefront of mind this morning because the headline is it's 25 degrees in Adelaide. Now, we're broadcasting live from the Central Market in the southwestern corner, which is always, I think, the coldest spot in metropolitan Adelaide. But this morning, it's beautiful, 25 degrees. The only place that's warmer than us as far as capital cities in the country go this morning is Darwin. And even then, Darwin's only 26. So it's going to be warm to start the day. It's going to be hot right throughout the day. 37 degrees, the expected top. To get things started from down here at the market, we're talking a lot of market fare in the build-up to Christmas. What better place to come and do your pre-Christmas shopping? We'll be checking in with a whole bunch of traders over the course of the morning. Also, we'll jump at the time machine. Michael Smith on the program. We'll flash back. We'll look forward to the future for the Adelaide Football Club. Police Commissioner Grant Stevens announced as the replacement for Mark Rasciuto on the Crows board. He'll be coming on after 7 o'clock to talk about his new gig. Tim Ginner will join us on the program. We'll reflect on a tumultuous week in federal politics with Michael Packy after 7:30 and a whole lot more. David Penberthy, good morning to you.
Good morning, Will. Good morning, listeners, and welcome to the Central Market. Welcome to what's going to be our final show for the next 4 to 5 weeks. We're coming back in mid-January, but for now, it's our pre-Christmas farewell program. We love coming to the market for this, and Will, you're right. It has got a Darwinian feel.
It does. Not in the evolutionary sense.
No, it's not like, you
haven't sprouted wings since you got here.
Or a opposable thumb or anything like that. Haven't sort of, shedded my scales and started growing feathers or anything. It's Darwin-like humidity. I'll tell you what, it's worth the price of entry just to see Will in his shorts. He looks like he's about to go to the beach. He is about to go to the beach.
Have you seen the algal bloom news from the west?
No, what is it?
Here, no bloom.
Here, no bloom.
They everywhere from basically Glenelg down to Henley, zero evidence of Corenia.
Seriously?
Yeah, the only place that there's any demonstrable increase, which is actually quite sad because it's one of my favourite places on planet Earth, was Emu Bay on Kangaroo Island.
Seriously? I thought it had a little FKI.
It was the only place where there'd been... Now,
like a tiny little bit left over.
What we're talking about is any form of increase, which is how significant the testing results were yesterday. So nowhere else was there an increase, and in a heap of the metro beaches there was zero evidence of any of the Corenia. So, well may we dress for the beach this morning, David Penberthy.
Well, that is good news because we're going to be doing a bit of aquatic activity over the coming month. Can't wait for it. So... we love coming to the market though, and as Will said, we are in the southwestern corner in the spot where Callum and all the chefs ply their trade on a Friday night or a Saturday morning. They've got the cooking demonstrations here, but if you are in town, we're just opposite Atlas, opposite Vegas. Vegas, baby. Vegas, the home of the world's best chicken nuggets. I love those guys there.
We got a coffee from Atlas this morning, but also it came to us by way of, you might not be aware of this, Guy in Glenelg, who's sitting over there.
Oh, Guy.
Up early. Guy bought us a round of coffees to start things off, so good morning to Guy.
What a legend. Thank you, mate.
Absolute superstar.
Excellent.
So Guy, currently our favourite listener, but there's still time for you, folks.
You can buy us other things too.
Exactly right.
We're joking.
Someone is going to have a great morning among our listeners. I hope many do, but someone is going to have an especially good morning, and it might be Debbie, because we have the Nordic Furniture Legends Lounge final day today. Debbie or someone is going to win $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture.
If Debbie doesn't win today, it's going to be a bit like the Crows season, isn't it?
It will. Yeah, absolutely it will.
Well, it's even worse than that because
it's cruel.
She has not lost once.
She's undefeated. Debbie's been unbelievable. We'll find out a little bit later. We're going to meat tray to give away. The OG of the markets, Tony O'Connell from O'Connell Meats, will be providing the meat tray. We thought, given it's our last program of the year, it's a nice opportunity to reflect on the year that has been. Call in on 8223 or text us on 0480 1395 with your highlight of 2025. Can be serious, can be silly.
Yeah.
It could be sport related. struggle to think what it would be. Maybe you're a Redbacks fan.
Speaking, yeah, that's right. Speaking of sport, can I just ask, with the commissioner joining the Crows board, Grant Stevens now on the board of the mighty Adelaide Crows, does this mean that every Port supporter is a person of interest?
Well, certainly Dave Lloyd's concerned. He messaged last night saying he's going to be framed going equipped in no time. I think.
Yeah. I tell you what, next time things get ugly at the showdown, send in the Starries.
Does have some advantages having the police commissioner on board, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's terrific.
It's about time the Adelaide Football Club had a paramilitary arm. So having the police force on board, I think, will be a great boon.
Yeah, just like a sort of, if there's any trouble.
Yeah.
And it could be handy with unruly Crow supporters too.
Totally.
If you get any of these half-wits harassing players or making putrid threats on social media, just, all right, let's just get this bloke, stitch him up for using a carriage service as a means of menace, that sort of stuff.
Now you're talking.
Throw the book at him.
This all sounds like good stuff to me. Let's go.
No, in all seriousness, though, congratulations to Grant Stevens. We're going to be chatting to him later on, too.
Yeah, looking forward to that chat. Yuri in Beaumont has called in. Yuri, what was your highlight of 2025?
Good days. How are you, gentlemen? Listen, on the behalf of everybody in the FIVEAA family, thank you, boys. You do a great job. We love you very much, okay?
Thank you, Yuri.
Good on you, Yuri. It's nice to meet you this year, Yuri.
Here we go. This is what you call a highlight. 2 weeks ago, my son Alex and his lovely fiancée Sally had a lovely, well-to-do engagement at the Sofitel in town, which we could put a few bucks towards. I thought, hang on, this is only an engagement. And halfway through the engagement, they got married, and we didn't even know it was going to happen.
Wedding.
How good is that?
So we paid, each parent put $5,000 towards it, so $5,000 for engagement and a wedding. We're laughing, mate, I tell you.
That is well below the going rate for a wedding. So good on you, Yuri. That's excellent, mate. Congratulations.
Surprise wedding winners all round.
What a lovely story.
2025, your best moments for the meat tray, thanks to O'Connell. I like this text from Rob. He says, my chocolate advent calendar tells me there's only 3 sleeps till Santa arrives.
3 sleeps.
Congrats on a great year. Merry Christmas. You'll be tuning in next year, and Rob will be coming back in large part just to get your text because they're excellent.
Somebody said in quite an edgy text the other day about the methamphetamine users advert calendar that said only 2 more sleeps till Christmas.
That's right.
Shouldn't laugh, really. Addiction is a terrible thing.
Sam in Theberton, good morning.
Good morning, guys, and thank you for your show this year. Very entertaining. And
no worries, Sam. Thanks, mate.
For your baby.
Yeah, you too, mate.
Highlight of the year was Mum's 90th birthday, and it's really hard to get all the family together all at once, but this particular day, the whole family was there. There's 39 of us, just immediate family, and that was a good day down at the North Haven Yacht Club. So we had a nice meal, and she was very happy. She goes, I don't know how I got to 90, but we're all the years gone. Good, Mum.
Yeah. Oh, that's a wonderful milestone, Sam.
That's great, Sam. 90.
Keep them coming in. The O'Connell meat tray, which is always a highlight of the year, our last one here at the Adelaide Central Market. Your highlight of 2025, 8223 0000, or text us on 0448 08 1395. Back with more from the Central Markets in just a moment.
Milwaukee Spend and Get is on now at Toolkit Depot. Spend $250 across the Milwaukee range and get $50 back in TKD bucks. The more you spend on Milwaukee, the more you get back. Hurry! Milwaukee Spend and Get ends Saturday. Only at Toolkit Depot. T's and C's apply.
Adelaide's local, trusted and truly connected talkback radio station. 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Mum and Dad love it, the Rallies love it, and our friends love it. We all love a trip to the movies, so give them a gift they'll love, catching a film at Wallace. Wallace Christmas Cinema Savers are back. Get 5 movie tickets for just $65, or gift a voucher so they can grab some popcorn or their favourite choc top too. On sale until December 24th, in cinema and online. Wallace Entertainment, SA's home of big screen magic, entertainment and gifts. Wallace.com.au.
Need a new fridge for Christmas? Trade in and save now at Harvey Norman. It's easy. Trade in your old fridge, working or not, and get up to $500 off your new one. Save on selected top mount, bottom mount, French door and quad door fridges with this huge offer. Trade in and save up to $500 on fridges at Harvey Norman now. Best brands, best range, best prices. Go Harvey Norman. Limited time. Conditions and exclusions apply.
Go Harvey, go!
Honda Run Out is on now at Formula Honda with great offers available across the Honda ZR-V and CR-V range. Now's your chance with Honda CR-V VTIX from just $40,900 drive away. Or enjoy a $3,000 price reduction across the 25-build Honda ZR-V and CR-V hybrid range. Don't miss the Honda Run Out on now at Formula Honda. Book your test drive at Formula Honda Modbury and Glen Osmond before they're gone. For T's and C's, visit honda.com.au.
When it comes to reducing pain and rebuilding strength, Kiesa leaves nothing to chance. Our university-qualified health professionals don't just treat problem areas. They design personalised training programs using Swiss-engineered machines unique to Kiesa. These machines safely isolate the affected area, test your strength, and help rebuild your muscles for a stronger, more active and healthier life. Kiesa, building strength with precision in Norwood and coming soon to Glenelg.
South Australia, the countdown is on. By January 1st, all businesses and venues with public access over a certain size must have a defibrillator installed and clearly signed. Failing to comply could mean a hefty fine. Defibrillators Australia make it simple, with approved AEDs, cabinet signage and certification all ready before deadline. Don't risk it. Call 1300 331193 or visit defibrillatorsausstralia.com.au today. Defibrillators Australia, protecting hearts, keeping your business compliant.
The year is coming to a close, but there's still plenty of energy in Adelaide's property market. It's really humming. Bronte and the team at Toop and Toop have had a remarkable year. And this year, the Real Estate Institute's National Awards named Toop and Toop the Marketing and Communications Agency of the Year.
Locally, they were also recognised as Large Residential Agency of the Year and Residential Sales Team of the Year. These awards highlight their focus on quality, innovation and outcomes that genuinely make a difference. And Bronte would like to thank their clients for the trust that keeps them moving forward.
Toop and Toop, proudly South Australia's trusted advisors in real estate since 1985. Discover more at toop.com.au.
5AA Breakfast is streaming live right now. To watch, simply head to 5AA on Facebook or YouTube. There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings. 5AA Breakfast.
21 minutes after 6. We'll head back to the 5AA Breakfast studio on Highmarsh Square for Tom Wren in just a moment. But first, let's put some more people in the running to win the meat tray. Sally in Hillcrest is on the line. Morning, dear Sally.
Good morning. How are you?
You're
Good, thanks, Sally.
What was your highlight of 2025?
Getting to go to the Best of SA dinner again. I went the very first year it started and then managed to win tickets again this year. So I love it because you get to meet all you guys, all the other presenters, have fantastic chats with people. It's always a great night.
It's great fun, isn't it, Sally? It's a nice blend of the listeners, the advertisers who make our show possible, and then all the guests on the night. And you get everyone there from, you know, the Premier, the Police Commissioner, the Governor.
The Governor,
to
yes.
Singers, sports stars. Like it is good fun.
Yeah.
And it is really like what it says, Best of SA.
It was good to see you there on the night too, Sally. Let's go to Highbury. Mark, what was your highlight of 2025?
Good morning, David. Will, how are you?
Good, thanks, Mark.
Good show this year. I've got two. One I rang up about was I follow Speedway, and Brady Kurtz comes second in the World Speedway title by one single point, which is a highlight for the sport. And, you know, that was a pretty big effort because he's a rank outsider at the start of the year. He's from New South Wales. You know, he won 5 in a row. But on a personal level is that I've lost that much weight. Last year I was from 155 down to 100, and this year I'm down to 85. No, I've lost more, so I'm down to 85.
Crikey, you cut yourself in half, Mark.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's it. That's what a lot of people said. Said, oh, where's the other half of you?
What's
But,
your secret,
yeah.
Mark, for shedding the kilos?
Changing my diet completely. Absolutely, completely. I wouldn't even know where Hungry Jack's and McDonald's and that is now. I've disappeared from them. And I get up early in the morning and do a lot of walking and that.
Oh, good
And,
on you.
yeah.
You must feel better for it too, Mark.
Oh, yeah, the problem is it's costing me an arm and a leg to buy new clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like you said, it's gone from 155 down to 85, and I've gone from a 9XL dress shirt to a 2, and that's even too big. I could go to a normal shirt or a XL1 sort of thing. But yeah, I feel a lot better.
Not a bad problem to have, having to buy smaller clothes, Mark. Good on you. Congratulations for it. That's
That's
remarkable
incredible,
effort. That's terrific. Andrew on the weather. We started the program talking about the fact it's 25 degrees. He did draw a contrast between us and Darwin by one metric. That is the humidity. The Adelaide dry heat. It's 85% humidity in Darwin at 27.6. Adelaide this morning 25.2, just 22% humidity. So it is dry Adelaide summer sort of a day on the way. Let's talk more about that weather. The official forecast for the couple of days ahead. So we mentioned today top of 37, that's the expectation. It will drop down for the weekend. So tomorrow 27, but pretty reasonable sort of a day. Overcast for Sunday and 23. It'll remain cool on Monday and 23, but then heat wave warning, David Penberthy. 29 Tuesday, 35 Wednesday, 36 Thursday.
So the test starts Wednesday.
So it's going to be hot.
Day one.
It's going to be serious cricket weather. The long-range forecasting from the Bureau has been as well, more chance of heat waves, drier and hotter summer than we've had in recent years, which feels weird considering how wet November has been, but that's the
Doesn't it
expectation.
show, though, that these long-term forecasts aren't worth the paper they're written on sometimes? Because there was a piece I read somewhere like a week ago saying, it's going to be a cold Christmas day. It's like, how would you know? And on these numbers, it looks like it might actually, if it's going to get that hot, it might stay that hot. So, anyway, let's just wait and see.
We shall wait and see.
Off, all will be revealed on the day.
We'll just do a couple of texts while we wait for Rennie to get in position back at Highmarsh Square. In fact, he's in position. I've sold you short, Rennie. Let's go back there now and talk some sport with the excellent Tom Wren, who, again, has been just an absolute leading light right throughout 2025. Be the first to test drive the all-new Mitsubishi ASX at Agostina Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes. Morning to you, Rennie.
Morning, Will. Morning, David. Now, we did our top 10 sort of list yesterday, the sporting moments and stories for the year. We're going to expand that to 12 because, we're all about 360-degree reflection and reviews, and I may have missed a couple just on the fly.
No, Rennie.
Did
you have a sleepless night?
I did a little bit, so I'm going to make it top 12. There are 12 months of the year, so I'll tie it in that way. I cannot believe, you know how my memory's totally fried, getting up in the morning, we all get up at stupid time. I forgot this one. This was a reasonably big moment for 2025.
That's it. Yes. After 29 years, South Australia got the Shield back in their hands.
I only spoke about it for about 100 days in a row leading up to it.
To be fair, Rennie, it feels like a dream still, and I'm not sure it actually happened.
Yeah,
and it was in January, wasn't it? Like, it's a long time ago.
It's a long time ago. This one, I don't have as many excuses. This was amazing. In fact, these two probably rate in the top 4 or 5 moments for the year. This was the Melbourne Cup just a few weeks ago.
Half yours takes the lead from Goody Two Shoes, Middle Earth River of Stars. Half yours is coming clear for Jamie Carr for the Cup's double. Half yours, the history maker, won the Lexus Melbourne Cup by 3 lengths. Half yours, the winner.
So that was Jamie Mellum, of course, who's South Australian, the first ever female jockey to win the Melbourne Cup and Caulfield Cup. And they just sit in nicely. It's a top 12. So there are best moments for 2025. We just thought we'd just leave the listeners hanging for a little bit, make sure they're listening and give a bit of honest feedback.
Top 10 plus 2.
Yeah.
It's like when you wing it, Tom, and you try to thank everyone from memory. Like, say, I just want to thank... Or like if it's Mother's Day and you're trying to, off the top of your head, say, my mum and then my wife, and, you sort of get completely confused. So, but I thought you did the Melbourne Cup winner yesterday.
No, well, let's just say for this sake that I did. I've just done it twice now.
Well,
so
we came back and mentioned it.
Yeah.
We came back and mentioned it on Rennie's behalf because he was horrified.
That's right.
Hey, boys, now, just before we let you go, and great work by you fellas throughout 2025, Ben Stokes, should he bat at number 3? That is the suggestion from a few greats, Ricky Ponting and Michael Vaughan. I like the idea. He seems to be the one that can knuckle down and isn't afraid to, face 20-dot balls in a row, a bit of old-school Test cricket batting. I think it's not a bad call at all. Get him out there in the fire while the game's still on the line. Thoughts?
Puts a lot on him, but he's a great cricketer. You just want your best batsman at 3, don't you?
Yeah, I think so.
It's an old conventional bit of wisdom. I don't hate it, Rennie. I think they've got to do something. I know there's calls for calm from back in the UK where they're saying, we're going to stick with the plan, but I don't know. I think if you're not...
On what basis should they be calm?
If you're down 2-0... How many tests have they won in Australia, Rennie, over the past 2 decades? Not many, is it?
Not many. They had that great series in 2010 where they won 3-1. Outside of that, they've been pretty appalling.
They've just about got to win as many tests in the next 2 months as they've had in the last 20 years. So it's time to change some things, I would have thought.
Totally agree. So we'll see what they do, but they need a win. A draw or a loss means the Australians regain the urn. So it's all on the line next week. You've mentioned the weather. It's really going to be hot, beautiful. It's going to be packed. There'll be 45, 50,000 there for the first 3 days. Let's hope it goes into a 4th and 5th day. So bring it on, boys. Should be sensational.
Absolutely. Good on you, Rennie.
Cheers, Tom.
We're going to take a break. 5AA News is coming up. Keep your Meat Tray Friday entries coming in with your best moments of 2025. You can text them into lots of wonderful texts. We appreciate them all coming through on 0480 08 1395. We'll get to some more of those as well next.
This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
Partly cloudy and 37 today. With the 6:30 news, I'm Jess Adamson.
Chipped windscreen? RAA approved repairer Complete Windscreens repairs it from just $99. Find the big red koala.
Hundreds of people are expected at a memorial service later this morning for award-winning winemaker Peter Fraser. The 51-year-old father of 2 was found dead in his Clarendon home 2 weeks ago after a fire, police declaring it wasn't suspicious. The service will be held at Yangara Estate, where Fraser served as the chief winemaker for the last 15 years. Police have seized another $1.2 million worth of illegal tobacco and vapes in a series of raids across the Mid-North, Yorke Peninsula and West Coast. 52,000 packets of cigarettes, 136,000 cigarette tubes, 6,000 vapes and 73 kilos of loose tobacco were seized in Port Lincoln, Whyalla, Port Augusta, Moonta, Kadina and Wallaroo. 17 stores have been issued short-term closure orders. The Australian economy has shed 21,000 full-time jobs over the past month in a sign the labour market is cooling. Federal Politics editor Michael Packey reports.
The unemployment rate has remained steady at 4.3% in November, with an increase in part-time jobs offsetting a decrease in full-time roles. Analyst Scott Phillips says unemployment is still historically low, but there's some cause for concern.
It is a pretty ordinary saga across the board.
Federal Employment Minister Amanda Rishworth says month-to-month job numbers can be volatile and we need to look at the broader picture.
Over the last year, we've seen 182,000 extra jobs.
The mixed result complicates the economic picture for the Reserve Bank as it considers interest rate movements in 2026.
Private schools and strata bodies trying to collect debts are driving hundreds of Australians into bankruptcy. More from Gabrielle Hodson.
Financial Counselling Australia has told SMH The Age there's been a sharp rise this year in bankruptcies, and the rate at which creditors are forcing debtors into bankruptcy has tripled since 2018. Around 2% of all bankruptcies are due to private schools taking legal action to get unpaid fees from parents. There have been 128 bankruptcy actions by schools since 2021, 45 of them last financial year, and the top 5 were in Victoria. Strata bodies wanting occupants to pay up account for 12% of bankruptcies, with the association saying they're getting increasingly aggressive.
The man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk has made his first public appearance in court. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson appeared in a Utah court, his legal team arguing to ban media coverage of his case. He was seen smiling at people sitting in a row reserved for family. A woman waved, teared up and wiped her eyes with a tissue. Queen Camilla has opened the doors to Clarence House, inviting children with life-limiting illnesses to help decorate the Royals' Christmas tree. Europe correspondent Mimi Becker.
The annual Christmas tea party and lunch is a highlight on the royal calendar. It's the 20th year Queen Camilla has hosted the festivities, and she reflected in an off-the-cuff speech saying to her this lunch is the start of Christmas. The King and Queen will spend Christmas at Sandringham with members of the royal family.
Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Be the first to test drive the all-new Mitsubishi ASX at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
Here's Tom Wren.
Thank you, Jess. Let's start with footy. Adelaide has boosted its board with Police Commissioner Grant Stevens to replace Mark Rasciuto. Current Chairman John Olsen says Stevens is highly credentialed and his skills will complement the current board members. Meantime, Richmond Premiership star Liam Baker says speed will be key to his home state Western Australia beating Victoria. That's for February's State of Origin match in Perth. Well, Australia's cricketers will arrive in Adelaide tomorrow as excitement builds ahead of the third test, which begins on Wednesday. There's much interest in what both sides do, with suggestions Ben Stokes should bat up higher up the order for the visitors, while the Aussies are set to regain captain Pat Cummins. Well, one of Australia's greatest Olympic swimmers has fired a shot at track and field athletes, claiming her sport doesn't receive enough recognition. Kaylee McEwen is in Brisbane preparing for a new 3-hour event tonight that'll see 25-metre races and elimination formats. The 5-time Olympic gold medalist says swimmers don't receive the recognition they should.
I think we go really unrecognised considering we bring in the most amount of Olympic medals. You see athletes that are in athletics, they make a semi-final, it's the best thing ever. You see swimmers making a semi-final, it's hardly making the papers.
Well, Spain remains top of FIFA's Women's World Rankings. The Matildas remain 15th after wins over New Zealand and Wales. Meantime, on the men's side in the Europa League, Nottingham Forest has recorded a 2-1 win against FC Utrecht, while Scottish side Rangers lost 2-1. And that's the 5AA Sport.
Thanks, Tom. Now the 5AA forecast, 37 and partly cloudy today. Sunny and 27 tomorrow, partly cloudy and 23 for Sunday and Monday. And it's already 25 degrees. On 5AA, always Adelaide.
At Coles, you can save for every kind of Christmas. Right now, stock up on entertaining essentials with half-price Coca-Cola, Fanta or Sprite soft drink. 300ml 12-pack for just $10 each. In-store or online at Coles. Offer ends 30 December 2025.
Hey, it's Lauren here from Adelaide. Wouldn't you love a reward just for shopping at your local Star Discount chemist? Become a Superstar Rewards member to earn points, receive birthday vouchers and more. Star Discount Chemist. How can we help? Earn and redeem points on eligible purchases. Visit website for full terms and conditions.
The St John Christmas Home Lottery is closing midnight this Sunday. And this year, you have the chance to win one of 4 incredible waterside home packages, each worth a whopping $5 million.
These are unbelievable. So let's run through these amazing choices. First is a 4-bedroom beachfront designer home on the Esplanade at Semaphore South. In Sydney, there's a 2-storey apartment with a private courtyard nestled between the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House. There's also a 4-storey townhouse on the Yarra in Melbourne overlooking Marvel Stadium. And finally, a 4-bedroom oceanfront home on the Gold Coast.
What about that? The winner gets to choose from any of these 4 incredible homes, and each package comes with up to $1.5 million in cash or gold. Then there are more than 10,000 other prizes up for grabs as well. And if you sign up to become a member, you have the chance to win a $536,000 McLaren supercar.
This is outrageous. So don't miss the chance to win your share in these incredible prizes and support St John Ambulance in their Christmas home lottery. They really do such incredible work, saving lives in the community. So look, any support they get goes a long, long way. Get your tickets before midnight this Sunday from stjohnlottery.com.au. Licence M14834. T's and C's apply. See the website for details.
Adelaide Central Plaza is giving you the chance to win an Audi Q3 Sportback 35, valued at over $62,000 from Audi Solitaire. Shop this Christmas at Adelaide Central Plaza for your chance to enter. Spend $150 at David Jones, or $50 at specialty retailers, or $15 at any food outlet or service retailer. T's and C's at adelaidecentralplaza.com.au. Adelaide Central Plaza, the home of David Jones and Rundle Mall. SA licence T25/1350.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
22 minutes to 7, broadcasting live from the Adelaide Central Markets, as has become custom over the last 10 years of us doing the show.
Every year, I reckon.
Every single year.
Every Easter and every Christmas.
Yep, we round it out at the Central Markets, which is always fun, which means we've always got a meat tray, thanks to O'Connell Meats, to give away. This morning, as we reflect on year 2025, we're asking you for your highlights of the year, and every call in and share yours, you're in the running to win that magnificent meat tray. Shortly, we are jumping in the time machine with Michael Smith, and we'll flash back police and weather not too far away. But let's talk about the market, shall we, David?
Let's do it. We are joined now at the desk here, the kitchen bench area in the southwestern corner of the market by our great friend Amanda Prance from the excellent seafood destination Fair Seafood, just over there on the eastern side of the market. Amanda, great to see you again.
Lovely to be here.
We caught up about 3 months ago or so at that seafood lunch that was in here, where they had everyone from the Premier down trying to shake the state out of its paranoia and say the fish is terrific, you can still eat the fish.
Yes, absolutely.
Are you seeing a pickup of people?
Definitely. Definitely. That lunch was great to have at the market, but definitely, that's one of my highlights. We were talking about highlights before, was actually how South Australians actually got behind the seafood and said, let's come in. So we actually found a lot more new customers come in and try different things. So no, it's been good. Wonderful. It's been slow, but it's good.
Yeah.
Definitely building up confidence.
I remember that day, you guys, from memory, you made some wonderful sort of escabeche calamari, like a sort of like a pickled calamari.
We did, and we did the carp. Remember
the carpaccio.
Yeah, the carpaccio.
Yeah,
yes.
So carpaccio made with carp.
Wow.
And a lot of people in South Australia, you're talking about being paranoid about eating fish.
Yeah.
Most people wouldn't touch a carp with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. We've actually got a fish burger on at the moment, and we called it a carp burger, and we weren't selling that many. We changed it to a cheeseburger, and they're actually flying out the door, and it's still the same burger, and it's carp.
Amazing,
and people, I know, we love it, and people love it. We tell them afterwards, and they're so surprised at how good carp is.
Has all that perception stuff, not so much with regard to carp, but the algal bloom, changed buying habits overall? Like, forget people's reticence to buy anything, but when they do buy, has that changed at all?
A little bit. I think they're more definitely asking more questions, which is really nice. They're actually asking
about
origin. Yeah, the origin, like where it's actually coming from, and also the fishes behind that. So I think it's actually nice that they're really starting to load into South Australian and realising they need to support our local fishers, because
that's what you guys are all about.
Correct.
Isn't it?
We are, absolutely. And our fish is fresh. We don't freeze. We've got a lot of people preparing for Christmas now, which is great, because they can take it home and pop it in the freezer. And our prices don't go up just because it's Christmas. I mean, we just try and stay true to ourselves on what our model produces, which is supporting the fishers and getting it in and selling it fresh to customers. So.
I love your range, and I think last year I bought some I can't remember what species they were. You had some amazingly good oysters at the time.
Yeah, we had the Smoky Bays. I think you bought the Smoky Bays from memory, because you came back and you said, "Wow." And we like to, we like to sell them unshut but live, teach you how to do it yourself at home, because they last longer in the fridge and you can have them whenever you want. So. Yeah.
I'll give you a tip. A really good thing to do: teach your older kids how to do it. My daughter is a demon. She's 22 years old. She can open oysters in record time.
Yeah, I know, it's good. It's actually a really good party trick. My boys know it, and they love going to somewhere and taking some oysters and go, "Oh, let me do it." So
you feel really cool when you do it. It's like you feel like sort of Bear Grylls or something.
I know, you do.
I can get that out of that gnarled bit of rock. So
it's quite true. Yeah, quite true.
Well, Amanda, Merry Christmas to you. Great to see you
so
again,
much.
and all the best for an algal-free new year as well. Hopefully we get rid of that damn Carenia, although some good signs around about it. But we were saying earlier, there's no traces of it on our suburban beaches. Hopefully the damn thing disappears for good. Thanks for coming over.
Thanks for having us.
And have a good, crazy week of sales next week.
We will. Yeah, it's going to be great. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Thank you for that. All right, let's head to Morphett Vale. Ian's called in with a Meat Tray Friday entry. Ian, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, boys. How are you?
Good, Ian.
Good, thanks, Ian.
What was your highlight of 2025, Ian?
Well, there hasn't been many, because I've been wrecked with pain from arthritis most of the year. But my highlight is actually winning the meat tray one time. I believe it was Winsome Meats. Fantastic meat. Recommend it to anyone in the area, or just want to find a good butcher. So, thank you very much, FIVEAA and Winter Meats.
No, good on you, Ian. How are you going with the arthritis, mate?
Eh?
How are you going with the arthritis?
Still up and down. I've just put on another lot of Voltaren and taken my painkillers a little while ago, but
I hope you're all right,
up and down. I might be on the mend now. I've had a pain-free day yesterday, so that was...
Oh, good. Good on you, mate.
So,
It seemed like you were asking that maybe out of a little bit of...
off the back of a
tiny bit of self-interest.
Very recent diagnosis. No, mine's only in one of my toes.
How's it going?
I'm
You're not limping around. You look all right.
Well, I just sort of have this theory that if you stop, that's when the trouble begins. So my response to, like, total back agony from 6 hours of gardening is to try to do, you know, multiple hours of gardening the following day.
Shaved a couple of seconds off your 10K?
Not really, but yes, an arthritic toe to be dealt with a cortisone injection. Thanks,
right.
Ian.
Good on you, Ian. You're in the running to win yet another meat tray. Let's head to the Weather Bureau to talk about what is going to be a seriously hot day. Lincoln Trainer is on deck. Morning to you, Lincoln.
Morning.
Lincoln.
It was, go.
Lincoln, we're all very excited about the hot weather. Do you think we're going to get to that 37 mark?
Yeah, I think it is. It's been a warm night. I don't know how you're feeling at the moment, but we only came down to 24.7 just before 6 a.m. And that's been the warmest night for Adelaide since the 10th of March. So we've just had a pretty warm night, and it's going to start heating up pretty quickly. We are thinking we're going to hit the 37. There'll be a little bit of high clouds, so a bit of a partly day, but that's not going to slow us down in this east to northeasterly flow. We are going to see a change that's going to sweep across from the west during the day, and that's going to push through in the afternoon. We might see some moderate fresh gusty winds at times, gusting up to about 45 kilometres an hour. But, it's going to be a pretty warm day today with a change coming through later in the afternoon.
Good on you, Lincoln. Lincoln Trainer there from the Bureau of Meteorology.
All right, let's head to Sapole. Senior Sergeant Peter Williams joins us. Peter, two men have been caught loitering. What happened?
Yeah, it seems two blokes thought they'd turn the loading bay at Mile End into their late-night scooter park, and it didn't end well for them. Just after 2 a.m. this morning, police were called by members of the public who spotted the pair acting suspiciously behind a homemaker centre on James Congdon Drive at Mile End. And when the police arrived, the pair stopped in their tracks on their trusty scooters, and after a short chat asking why they were loitering in the loading bay, the officers searched them. One of the men found to be in possession of an ice pipe and the other in possession of a hammer, screwdriver and spanner. Both were arrested, a 36-year-old from Port Pirie West and a 28-year-old from Wales and Norrie. They've been charged with being unlawfully on premises, possessing drug equipment and going equipped to commit an offence. They've been bailed to appear in the Adelaide Magistrates Court on the 4th of February, and it looks like it's going to be a very long scoot home on a warm day for these two as they get used to their new curfew condition.
I don't know about holding the one spanner. I think you could describe them, Pete, as a pair of spanners, although we'll leave the sort of judgmental stuff to us rather than you. I know you guys have to play it with a straight bat there at Sapole. But
a couple of tools.
A couple of tools. Exactly. Pete, also a bloke's been caught after crashing while drunk driving at Craigmore.
Yeah, Craigmore man learned the hard way last night that walls do not move. At around 10:30, police were called to Timbula Court after a Ford sedan ploughed into a retaining wall. Thankfully, no one was injured, but the car and the wall didn't fare so well. The alleged driver, a 40-year-old man from Craigmore, blew .113 when breath tested. He was reported for drink driving without due care, and handed an immediate 12-month loss of licence. He'll face court at a later date, but for now, the only thing he's steering is a story of how retaining walls do not negotiate.
Hey, Peter, a bit of a sad morning this morning. This is our last cross with you at the Sapole Media Unit that you've headed up. We've met you in the station a couple of times, but you're going on to bigger and better things, mate. So thanks for all your efforts. Thanks for talking to our listeners and keeping us across everything that's happening and doing so with your unique, humorous take on sometimes some
thank
pretty
you. It's been an
dark stuff.
absolute privilege to speak to you guys and your listeners across the airwaves, and I hope I've tried to keep things as natural and light and engaging as I can. And just a reminder to all your listeners, I wish everyone a very wonderful Christmas. Stay safe and make good decisions on our roads. And don't forget, school's out today, so the holiday season will officially begin. The kids will be free and full of energy and turning every street into an adventure zone. So it's do our part to keep them safe, slow down, stay alert, and remember to be careful and make good choices on the roads and protect everyone's summer's memories. So thank you to you two, thank you to your listeners, and look forward to meeting all your listeners out in the suburbs.
Yeah. So, Pete, you're still staying with Sapole?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'll be going down to Christie's Beach to look after the staff that work at Christie's Beach and the Aldinga stations. And
oh, really? I see you down there.
Help the communities down there. So a little bit south of your old town of Mitchell Park, but down from anywhere from Lonsdale to Sellex.
If you see a white 1994 Toyota Hi-Ace van with 405,000 kilometres on the clock and what would be described by way of understatement as discernible rust, can you do us a favour and not defect it? Thank you, Pete. That'd be good.
No worries. I'll do my best to turn the blinkers on.
Good on you, mate. We'll make up for the 2 fines for the rego. Good on you, Pete.
Sounds like a confession.
That's right. It almost was. It almost was.
Senior Sergeant Peter Williams has been a terrific part of the show for a number of years. Wishing
he's
all
a
the
funny
best
bloke, isn't he?
He's very funny. All right, let's head to the break. We'll check traffic for the very first time, and we'll come back with Flashback and Michael Smith in just a moment.
Thanks, Will, and morning, David, and congratulations on another great year, boys. Such compelling listening. Really was fantastic. Well done. Greenhill Road is closed this morning from the top of Burnside through to Mount Lofty. That's due to urgent works. That's that way till Monday, so detours in place. A couple of burst water mains, one at Mile End, South Road near Carlton Parade, and another in Edwardstown, Cross Road near South Road. And a couple of cameras this morning too, Eastern Road, Happy Valley, and Foster's Road at Oakton. Audio is more powerful than you think. For advertising with real power, start with commercial radio and audio where brands are heard. Visit cra.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Is excess fluid making you look and feel fat or bloated? Caruso's Fluid Away to the rescue. Caruso's Fluid Away contains herbs including dandelion, which is traditionally used in Western herbal medicine to temporarily relieve mild fluid retention and reduce abdominal bloating. So if you're fed up with excess fluid making you look and feel fat or bloated, try Caruso's Fluid Away today. Caruso's Fluid Away is made in Australia and is available from leading pharmacies and health stores. Always read the label and follow the directions for use.
Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews. The Lynn Andrews team have seen a lot of change in real estate over the past 50 years, but one thing remains unchanged: our passion to help people invest in their future. To build strong property portfolios in either the residential or the commercial sectors. Our commitment to property investment over the years means we have a wealth of knowledge to share. We're here to help you. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
If you're thinking of building or renovating your kitchen, there are a lot of choices to make, but the first choice should be Smeg. We've got an amazing Smeg showroom right here in Adelaide, Debney Distributors in Dudley Park, and inside you'll find the full Smeg range on display.
They've got everything from ovens, dishwashers, stoves, fridges, kettles, toasters and more. Smeg pairs powerful performance with architectural design. They've even got cooking demonstrations. Now, I did one when I got my oven. It was great. Smeg's proudly been made in Italy since 1948. Its colour, design and technology is world famous. Visit the Smeg showroom today at Debney Distributors. Smeg, technology with style. Go in there and catch the great people at Debney on Harrison Road, Dudley Park.
Milwaukee Spend and Get is on now at Toolkit Depot. Spend $250 across the Milwaukee range and get $50 back in TKD bucks. The more you spend on Milwaukee, the more you get back. Hurry, Milwaukee Spend and Get ends Saturday, only at Toolkit Depot. T's and C's apply.
Honda Runout is on now at Formula Honda with great offers available across the Honda ZR-V and CR-V range. Now's your chance with Honda CR-V VTIX from just $40,900 drive away. Or enjoy a $3,000 price reduction across the 25-built Honda ZR-V and CR-V hybrid range. Don't miss the Honda Runout on now at Formula Honda. Book your test drive at Formula Honda Modbury and Glen Osmond before they're gone. For T's and C's, visit honda.com.au.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
7 to 7, Police Commissioner Grant Stevens after 7 o'clock with what will be his toughest job yet. He's going to become a board member of the Adelaide. Sorry, I can't even say it. He's going to become a board member of the Adelaide Football Club. I've just got this horrible feeling. We've had this great relationship with the Police Commissioner, and from this point on, he's going to hate me. So
he's really going to hate your brother.
He's going to have more people calling for him to be sacked now than he has had at any point in his career.
It's a complete U-turn for the Commissioner because he's one of the most loved blokes in South Australia.
Yeah.
And, like, if anyone ever bagged him, they'd be treated as a pariah. Like, the idea that he would ever be
People
on the
called for his
receiving end
sacking,
of calls for his dismissal, a la, Terry Lewis, for example, back in the day in Queensland. The old bag man, back when they were running illegal casinos in Fortitude Valley. But now...
Yes.
Because when Kate was on the board, if the Crows lost the game at home, me and Jim had this running joke, we just go, sack the board, sack the board. So, he's going to brace himself. Because your brother sometimes says that your dad should be sacked, doesn't he?
He texts him and says he's going to run against him. I don't think he's joking either. All right.
Oh, that's excellent. Because sport is the most important thing in life, isn't it?
It certainly is in the Goodings household, I can tell you that much. All right, let's jump in the time machine.
It's time to Flashback
with Michael Smith.
Michael Smith, 7 News Flashback, a segment we truly love and we've been doing for a lot of years now. You can catch it each Sunday night on 7 News from 6 o'clock. Michael, good morning to you.
Good morning, Will and David. Going through life, you meet a lot of people with big dreams. People that talk big stories but never achieve their dreams. Then occasionally you meet people who have dreams that they not only achieve, but they exceed. On Flashback this week, we are catching up with the remarkable South Australian aviator John Johansson, because it's 30 years this year since he flew for the first time solo around the world in a plane that he built himself. A feat that he achieved not once, not twice, but 3 times. John spent more than 2,000 hours in his shed putting together his single-engine kit plane, an RV4, while working as a nurse and midwife. In fact, he still works in that capacity today at the Women's and Children's Hospital. He took off in 1995 from Parafield, flying from west to east via the famous Oshkosh Air Show in Wisconsin, with his great buddy, his mascot, a teddy bear called Kingsford by his side, of course named after Charles Kingsford Smith. Have a listen to a little of this report from Peter Beaton.
The cockpit of his tiny plane is a far cry from the intensive care ward where John Johansson works. It's a place to which he's well accustomed. John already holds 3 light aircraft long-distance records, and he's out for 3 more on his round-the-world trip. By the time John Johansson returns, he will have spent 200 hours in the cockpit, he will have crossed the major oceans of the Earth, and he will have done it in an aircraft he built for himself in a garage.
It's a dream. What are dreams for if they're not for fulfilling?
Peter Beaton, 7 Nightly News.
And not satisfied with achieving it once, going from west to east in 96, he went from east to west. Again, he did it in 2000. But, David, I think even after all that flying, he probably hasn't racked up as many Ks as your Hayats by the sounds of things.
That van used to be a prisoner transfer van in Victoria. They used to drive felons and who knows who sat in that
Back when they used to lock people up in Victoria.
Yeah. That's why they don't need the car anymore. Because no one goes to jail or
waste of time. Prisons, aren't
give
they?
them all bail. To phase them out.
Easy just to let them out.
I suspect though his plane has a little less rust on it than your Hi8. If you'd like to see it, and his mascot Kingsford, the aviation teddy bear, they're both on display down at the great aviation museum at Port Adelaide. A fun place to go and visit.
Wow. What a great story.
Yeah,
what an amazing adventurer. Just brilliant. Hey, Michael, thank you so much for all the segments during the year, mate. And as you'd say if you were back in Honduras, Feliz Navidad. We want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Good on you, mate.
Feliz Navidad, Señor Pemberthy and Señor Goodings. Hasta el próximo año. See you next year.
Hasta el próximo año. See you next year, mate. Feliz Año Nuevo. Happy New Year. Big shout out to all the Spanish listeners.
Yeah, Michael Smith. I think you just violated ACRA.
Speak English or die.
I think, isn't it?
That's what you're saying with your eyes there, Will. What about you got something for the Poles? For our Polish listeners?
I was just thinking it is actually a violation of ACMA not talking English.
Where do they get away with it at SBS Radio? They do it all the time.
Well, I think they...
2 sets of rules, mate.
No, you're right. You're right. 2 sets of rules.
This guy don't recognise my own country anymore. Sorry, I just thought I'd throw that out there.
Should we read a couple of texts in English?
Yeah. These are all in English. That's good. John in Wallaroo wants to know, now that Grant Stevens is on the Crows board, will we get a prison bar jumper in Crows colours when we play the Power? I don't know about that. Don't want to cause any trouble with our other good mate Koshy. Just a lot of really nice Christmas messages, like Scott, our good mate Scott and Modbury. Scott, thanks, mate. Merry Christmas. I just want to say thank you for your efforts. You helped get what a very difficult day is always off to a good start. I really appreciate you guys. Well, we appreciate you, Scott, and all of our listeners. Efforts is a funny word for what we do.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
we love it, folks. You're very generous, but you may be overstating it ever so slightly.
I'm not saying we're slack.
No.
Well, we come in, we prepare.
It's not like we're digging a trench, though, is it?
No, I know.
Yeah.
You see people sort of out there in the sun, 4 p.m. in the afternoon, on the tools. This is a very different proposition.
Yeah.
It's largely a pleasure, this job.
It is most days.
And it's made pleasurable by the people who listen to the show.
Yeah, without a doubt. Many of you we're getting to see this morning because we're broadcasting live from the Adelaide Central Market, which is now humming to life. My favourite moment of every Central Market broadcast happened about 15 minutes ago when the bread tray went past. The best smell on planet Earth. We're going to talk more about the markets, the build-up to Christmas. We're going to wrap the year in federal politics with Michael Packey after 7:30. And if you're a Port fan concerned about the Police Commissioner's role on the Adelaide Football Club board, we'll stay listening because we're going to be speaking to him on the other side of 5AA News. That's coming up in a moment. 8223 0000 is our number, or text us on 0448 08 1395 with your highlight of 2025, and you might just win yourself a meat tray thanks to the great people at O'Connell Meats.
5AA Breakfast is streaming live right now. To watch, simply head to 5AA on Facebook or YouTube.
The latest local, national and international news for South Australia. This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Partly cloudy and 37 today with the 7 o'clock news. Good morning, I'm Jess Adamson.
Make RAA-approved windscreen repairer Complete Windscreens your insurer repairer of choice. Visit completewindscreens.com.au.
2 men riding scooters have booked a date with the courts after being arrested overnight. A member of the public called police at 2 this morning after seeing the pair acting suspiciously at the back of a homemaker centre on James Congdon Drive at Mile End. One man was found to be in possession of an ice pipe. The other was armed with a hammer, a screwdriver and a spanner. A 36-year-old from Port Pirie West and a 28-year-old from Whyalla have been charged with possessing drug equipment and going equipped to commit an offence. Tom Silvani will return to court today for a plea hearing after he was found guilty of rape. The son of Carlton legend Stephen Silvani was revealed as the high-profile Melbourne man convicted of rape after a suppression order was lifted late yesterday. It had banned media from identifying him and his family since June last year. Justin Quill from Thompson Gear Lawyers doesn't believe he was being protected because he was from a high-profile AFL family.
I don't think that played a part at all. Secondly, that is what people thought played a part. But thirdly, I will say this. A lot of these cases that we're seeing where mental harm is being argued, they cost a lot of money. You've got to have barristers and you've got to have psychiatrists.
Health ministers will meet in Brisbane today to discuss a number of state and national-based issues. Reece D'Alessandro reports.
Top of the agenda for state and territory health ministers will be their fight with Federal Health Minister Mark Butler. They will be hoping to hash out a better deal that does more to clear the so-called stranded Australians waiting in state-run hospital beds for an aged care bed funded by the feds. The Prime Minister has slightly upped the existing offer of $20 billion over 5 years, but the states say it's underwhelming, meaning any agreement this morning seems unlikely.
SA unions are calling on the state government to rebuild the housing trust and deliver 12,000 new homes. They've released a housing policy paper highlighting the struggle of young workers trying to enter the housing market. The report says private interests and developers are failing to guarantee supply, often hoarding land while waiting for prices to rise. Next week's budget update will reveal various spending pressures on the bottom line. Federal Politics editor Michael Packey.
The Albanese government will soon release its mid-year economic and financial update. It'll give a snapshot of where the budget is at and outline spending pressures. The government says it's identified a series of measures that'll be prioritised. An extra $6 billion is being allocated to cover the cost of natural disasters. There's another $3 billion for the age pension, a $2 billion top-up for the Defence Super Scheme and a further $1 billion to help veterans with health and care services. The update will reveal how these measures will be paid for, outline debt levels and provide predictions on employment, inflation and economic growth.
Tokyo, Denpasar and London are the top international destinations for Australians this Christmas. The top 10 also includes Osaka. Flight Centre travel spokesperson James Kavanagh says Japan's popularity has been skyrocketing this year.
There's been increase of flights going there. There's also been the yen and the Australian dollar has been quite strong against it. It's very popular at this time of the year as well for many people going skiing into the January period as well.
Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Be the first to test drive the all-new Mitsubishi ASX at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
Here's Tom.
Thank you, Jess. England's cricketers have enjoyed another day in Noosa, but will quickly turn their focus to the third test, which begins here in Adelaide next week. There is a suggestion Ollie Pope may be dropped after a lean start to the series. Meantime, the Perth Scorchers have defeated the Sydney Sixers in the WBBL Challenger final at North Sydney Oval. Beth Mooney continued her golden run, hammering 76 to lead the Scorchers to an 11-run win. It means the Scorchers will now play against the Hobart Hurricanes in tomorrow night's WBBL final. Well, tennis legend Roger Federer will headline an epic lineup of some of the sport's greats to light up centre court for a revamped launch of the Australian Open in Melbourne. An opening ceremony will be held at Rod Laver Arena the night before the 15-day slam begins. Rumours are swirling in the world of Formula One that Oscar Piastri may be on his way out of McLaren. His team has been accused of favouring eventual world champion Lando Norris this year, leaving Piastri's campaign to fizzle out. Planet F1 editor Matt Koch has told Today he thinks Piastri would be silly to walk away now.
Ultimately, it's difficult to imagine right now because there's so much change happening for next year. McLaren is the fastest team in Formula One right now. It's settled going into a massive rule change for 2026.
There's reports the Adelaide 36ers are set to re-sign Zylan Cheatham to a new deal. The 30-year-old has been instrumental for the Sixers, who are currently top, and take on Melbourne United, who are second tonight. And it's full-time in Europa League action for some games this morning. Nottingham Forest has defeated Utrecht 2-1. Rangers, though, went down to Ferencvaros 2-1. And that's the 5AA Sport.
Thanks, Tom. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Lynn Andrews Real Estate, experts in commercial and residential property management. lynnandrews.com.au.
Greenhill Road is currently closed from the top of Burnside through to Mount Lofty due to urgent works until Monday. Detours in place. Mile Enderburst Water Main, South Road near Carlton Parade. Starting to get a little busy for the drive in the Porter Expressway at Port Adelaide. And we've got cameras this morning. Eastern Road, Happy Valley and Hub Drive at Aberfoyle Park. It's the most adventureful time of the year at Anaconda. Get set for Christmas with Adventure Club deals across camping, hiking and outdoor gifts. Play more, pay less at Anaconda. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast, a scorching 37 today before a cool change later. A perfect 27 tomorrow, 23 for Saturday and Sunday. Right now it's 26 degrees on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
The news and issues that matter to South Australia. Always Adelaide. This is 5AA.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings. 5AA Breakfast.
7 after 7, good morning to you. If you're joining us for the first time on this Friday, the 12th of December. It's a beautiful, warm morning. Terrific morning to be in the Adelaide Central Markets, broadcasting from our usual spot on our usual day, the last day of the year for 5AA Breakfast, and a southwestern corner. Nice, actually, a little bit of cool breeze blowing.
It's good.
It's very livable. Great if you want to get your shopping done early. Nice bumping into so many of our listeners as well. Just had a chat with Dave in South Brighton, who's made his way down here. He's got his workplace Chris Kringle on a little bit later today. He's made a crab dip for it, and I reckon a plumber's Christmas show would be a fairly tame affair.
Yes. No, very restrained, very demure. Kaz in Brompton here as well. She's such a generous woman, Kaz.
She comes bearing gifts.
Santa presents for the kids.
It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's terrific.
Nice to meet so many of our listeners on this, our last show of the year. Tim Ginniver coming up in the next 20 minutes. We'll get him to preview the weekend and week ahead in sport, because I think all eyes are pressure on the third test here in Adelaide in the middle of next week. Michael Packy from 9 Radio will talk federal politics with Pack, and then Mark McGill, the Variety CEO, will join us just before 8 o'clock as well. We're giving away a meat tray this morning while we reflect on the year that was. Your best moments of 2025 could win you in a meat tray thanks to the wonderful O'Connell Meats. And in a moment, we'll look forward to 2026 with Police Commissioner Grant Stevens in his new role as board member of the Adelaide Football Club. Which will be the last time officially we can talk to him about it, I think, because once you're on the board, you can't talk about it, can you? It's like Fight Club.
Yeah, that's right.
You're not allowed to.
Yep. First rule of being on the board, you're not allowed to talk about what happens on the board.
Exactly right. Before we get there, Ben Jordan, our resident 5AA stats man and cricket lover extraordinaire, joins us. And each and every year before the Adelaide Test, he gets us across the historical context, the stats and so forth. Ben, good morning to you.
Good morning, Will. How are you?
Yeah, very good. Always good to have you on, Ben. So just hit us with it. What's caught your eye in the world of stats as our 5AA stats man?
Thank you. I think the main one will be day 406 of Test cricket at Adelaide Oval next Wednesday. Of course, we're back to a day test, which is great for those that want to actually reach the weekend. The last 3 tests have only totaled 3,813 balls, which is only the equivalent of 7 days of Test cricket. So we've lost effectively half of cricket that we'd all love to see there at the Oval. If you went back to 1929, that test went for 7 days and saw 5,578 balls bowled. So that test alone was 1,800 balls more than the last 3 combined.
That's extraordinary. It'd be nice to get a full 5 days of cricket at Adelaide Oval, wouldn't it?
Dream on.
Yeah. Well, that last one that we had, Warnie brought us the Amazing Adelaide. That test finished at 6:42 on day 5. So,
wow.
If we get that again in a week's time, everyone will be pretty happy. So.
Yeah, we'd certainly take that, Ben.
Good on you, Ben. Hey, mate, you have a great Christmas. We love what you bring to the show. You're a cracking guy, and I don't know where you get these stats from. I'm certainly not suggesting you make them up or use AI like some people. But, mate, you're an asset, and as our stats bloke, but more importantly, you're a great person. So have a great Christmas, and we'll catch up in the new year. Good on you, mate.
Merry Christmas, guys.
All right, let's get to our next interview. We had him on earlier this week as Police Commissioner. This morning, we speak to him in his capacity as, soon-to-be board member of the Adelaide Football Club, Grant Stevens. Commissioner, good morning to you.
Morning, Will. Morning, David.
Commissioner, congratulations. I don't know if you heard Will ruminating before, but we were just saying you risk going from a position where you command the respect and admiration of pretty much everyone in South Australia to one where people are going to be publicly calling for your sacking if things don't go right.
Look, I reckon there's a few people who are already doing that, but for my current role. But I got to tell you, I saw the Advertiser front page this morning, and the number of times my name's appeared in the paper, I reckon this is the one I'm keeping, because anyone who saw me playing footy in Year 8 was my last competitive game would never expect that I'd be listed as a gun recruit for the Crows.
Well, you've been quite involved though with amateur football though, haven't you?
Yeah, we my family lives and breathes footy. I started my footy coaching career as the Auskick coach at Mitcham Primary School. Was elevated to the Year 2-3 coach, and then the need for proper skills and coaching ability kicked in, so I was put to the sidelines. But then I became the coordinator of school footy for about 15 years, and 4 boys all playing footy. Yeah, it's been a big part of our lives, and I'm really pleased with the appointment. I'm very happy to be a part of something that means so much to so many South Australians. It's being Adelaide 2-10 town, it's a love-hate relationship for most people.
Yeah. Commissioner, I like the way John Olsen talked about your appropriateness for the role. I want to read you the quote that the Advertiser led with from the chairman, John Olsen, who said, "Grant is a trusted leader who has a deep commitment to serving our community, and he's particularly well known for his steady leadership in times of crisis. Do you realise that being on the board at the Adelaide Football Club is going to make the pandemic look like a minor trivial matter?"
Yeah, I didn't say I put a lot of thought into accepting the appointment. I just followed my heart rather than my brain.
No one does crisis like the Adelaide Football Club.
We've had quite a few... Oh, sorry, Commissioner.
I was just going to say, the inference that I'm taking over from Mark Prosciutto doesn't properly convey the different skill sets that we both would have been bringing to the Crows board. I'm certainly not going to be emulating what he's been able to contribute.
Do you know, because board members have carriage of different responsibilities at the club, do you know specifically what sort of area they're going to be getting your... I mean, obviously as a board member you've got input into everything, but there'll be certain areas that you have more authority in. Is that clear to you yet?
Not at this stage, Will, but I do have a particular set of skills, and we'll see how I can best contribute once I formally take my position on the board. I'll certainly be having conversations with John Olsen in the early in the new year to make sure that I can contribute as best as possible.
That turn of phrase, Commissioner, a particular set of skills, that sounded a bit ominous. Was it finding and killing people, like Taken, which is where that quote comes from? I hope not. Some of my commentary around the Crows has been forthright.
Sadly, it's more around governance and accountability and the boring stuff.
Well, one of our listeners, Buffalo Bill, Commissioner, he says, and we're getting a lot of messages along these lines, speaking of your skill set, one message here says, do you think it'd be possible that if the umpires have a real shocker in a Crows game at the Adelaide Oval and you're there, would it be possible to have them actually arrested?
I did see some of the comments online with the Advertiser story, and there's a few suggestions that maybe we could develop a competitive advantage by taking out some of the opposition players before they even get there for using those authorities I have.
Potential's endless. Hey, we've got a call for you, Commissioner. Dave from Alberton, our Alberton correspondent. Dave, you've got Crows board member and Police Commissioner Grant Stevens on the other line.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Commissioner. I'd just like to make it clear beyond reasonable doubt that any jokes I made about the Crows this year were only in jest. They weren't to be taken to heart. And I've said for many years, you're the best commissioner we've had since the last one. So,
we can give you Dave's contact details.
Yeah, it's too late, Dave. We've been keeping a list of all the negative comments.
Dave in more trouble than the early settlers. Well, Commissioner, congratulations
all the best
on the role, and he's hoping that they go 2 games better at least than they did this year. But it's a lot of work, but it'll be a lot of fun too. So good on you, Grant Stevens, and have a great Christmas. We'll catch up again in the new year.
Yeah, thanks, David. Thanks, Will, and all the best to you over the Christmas break.
Grant Stevens, Police Commissioner and Crows board member. I like a wonderful turn of phrase, our great mate Rob on the text line. He says, crikey, with the Commissioner going onto the Crows board, he's going to be busier than the parliamentary office that's in charge of booking Annika Wells's flights.
Keep them coming in, 0480 on 1395. In the meantime, we're going to check in with our FIVEAA 12 Days of Christmas. Leith Forrest has been out and about meeting some great businesses. Today, he's chatting with Chris Farmer from the Earl and Leicester. And for your chance to win a $250 voucher to the Earl, call in now on 8223 0055.
Christopher Farmer is the licensee of the Earl of Leicester. Oh my Lord, this is such a beautiful pub.
It's one of the things that attracted me to it. Came in here a few years ago after I found it was on the market and just went, this reminds me of my youth. This is the sort of thing that pubs are all about. There aren't many of them left. So I thought I can look after it.
I was taken by the beauty of outside, let alone walking inside. This is like walking into London. This must be just such a popular pub for locals and people to enjoy.
Yeah, it is. Built in 1886, typical high Victorian pub, very London style based, British architecture, been a pub ever since. It's a pub before the community grew up around it, so it was a staging post for coaches going out into the country and through to Melbourne. And the community's grown around it, so it's a large community pub. We respect its history, but embrace its future and look after the community.
Christopher Farmer, licensee, the Earl of Leicester. Thank you for having us. Thanks for being part of the 12 Days of Christmas.
My pleasure.
Morning there. Green Hill Road is currently closed from the top of Burnside through to Mount Lofty. That's due to urgent works. Going to be that way till Monday, so keep it in mind with detours in place. Marlenda burst waterline really slow today. South Road near Carlton Parade, just near the FIVEAA Theatre. And it's starting to build for the drive-in Marion Road to the Anzac Highway intersection. Got a camera at Gorge Road, Parracombe. Get what you really want this end of year with Ford Ranger Black Edition, model year 26, from 55k drive away for ABN holders. Recommended price at participating dealers while stocks last. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
50 scorching summers. 50 freezing winters. And only one Morford Air helped us through it all. Adelaide's own homegrown family air conditioning company, Morford Air, has kept South Australians cool and warm for over 50 years. That's half a century of comfort. So when it's too hot or cold to bear, reach for the Morford Air. morfordair.com.au.
Morford Air. Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. Here's who you can support around Adelaide. Head to the Excelsior Hotel, where kids eat free every weekend. The Excelsior Hotel, 110 Coghlan Street, Brompton. Feels like coming home, but better. The St John Christmas Home Lottery Grand Prize Draw closes midnight Sunday. Buy your tickets now at stjohnlottery.com.au. Santa's Wonderland. It's open now and open every day until December 24th at the Adelaide Showground. Tickets on sale at santaswonderland.com.au. 5AA, supporting local business.
Can't find the exact size furniture to suit your home or apartment? Well, don't compromise Adelaide's best-kept furniture secret. Nordic Design Furniture manufacture bespoke furniture right here in SA.
Now, they've got a stunning showroom at 43 McGill Road, Stepney. Will and I were out there a couple of weeks ago. They make lounges, dining tables, bedroom furniture, custom cabinets with hundreds of designs to choose from.
You can choose your size, your style, and the fun bit is also being able to choose the timber, the fabric, or the leather. Just take a look at their website. The variety and quality will astonish you. All made right here in South Australia for over 54 years. And, of course, we've got $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture we're giving away.
That's right.
Up by 9 o'clock this morning.
If you can unseat Debbie, that is, buy from the actual manufacturer. This is such a good local manufacturing story, and the quality speaks for itself. It'll surprise you how beautiful it is. Proudly made right here in SA. Nordic Design Furniture, 43 McGill Road, Stepney.
The most frustrating thing about having your car repaired after a collision can be the wait. Sometimes months. At FIVEAA Panel Services, the wait is one thing you won't have to worry about. We've expanded our workshop and our highly skilled team. It means we're better equipped to deliver an outstanding outcome for you and your car. RAA and MTA approved, FIVEAA Panel Services work with most insurance companies. So ask for FIVEAA Panel Services and get back on the road sooner.
Hey Strikers fans, JC Sanger here. I'm fired up for a massive summer of KFC Big Bash at Adelaide Oval. Get festive as your Strikers face the Melbourne Stars on Tuesday, December 23, with high-energy cricket, Christmas fun, a kids zone and more. The perfect family night. Junior tickets from $7, adults from $34. Join us Tuesday, December 23 at Adelaide Oval. Secure your tickets at adelaidestrikers.com.au. Adelaide Strikers, our city, our team.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here from 7 News. Join me and Will Goodings for Adelaide's leading news hour, 7 News, tonight at 6 o'clock.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
22 minutes after 7, Michael Packy coming up in the nation's capital after 7:30. We'll wrap the last week in federal politics, and then Mark McGill from Variety before 8 o'clock. But right now, it's time for Timmy G.
And speaking about report cards with distinctions, here's Ginnivan.
Tim Ginnivan on 5AA Breakfast.
Well, Timmy, we've just had the Crows' new board member on the program, the Police Commissioner Grant Stevens. Do you share the concern of many of our other Port fan listeners that speeding tickets could become more prevalent in the Alberton area and so forth?
Oh, look, boys, I just want to know if it's possible if I can make a citizen's arrest.
Depends who you're arresting, I guess. Yeah.
He's got to be out of his mind. This is unbelievable. What is he doing? Crikey. Unbelievable. Look, first of all, what a tenure by Mark Prosciutto. I think a lot of people underestimate the time spent, and it's voluntary on any AFL board, and it's a lot of hard work. They suck you in by saying, it'll only be one meeting a month, and gee, it's far more than that, and the commitment is unbelievable. So I know Grant's got a passion for it. I hope he's got the time and patience for it as well. It's a new world, but well done, congratulations.
Not to discount the skills that Grant Stevens brings to the board, Tim, but they're very, very different skills from Mark Prosciutto. I mean, the Crows lose quite a bit of football know-how with Rue's absence, and I know that he's got to go because what's the rule, 12 years, and that's the maximum you can do on the board. But do you think it leaves a bit of a gap in terms of the Crows' football knowledge?
No, I think this was in the making when they appointed James Gallagher and Neil Baum. That really bolstered up the football side of things. So you've got two excellent candidates inside there now, and I think this was a move deliberately to get the other skill sets that perhaps were needed, and we know how good Grant's resume is, so I think it's a good move.
Hey, Timmy, what have you made of England's preparation for the Adelaide Test there in Noosa, lapping up the sunshine and playing golf and so forth?
Well, it's just given everybody who thinks they're a comedian so much material to be able to play with, and it's been comical, really. They didn't play a tour game. They refused to play that two-day pink ball game that was offered, and they've gone and played golf, and now they got this little Noosa adventure, and they're back on the golf course again today. Well, I wanted to compare it to Australia when they toured England for the Ashes in 1948. This was Sir Donald Bradman's last tour. It was post-war. You can imagine the feelings of everybody in both England and Australia as far as getting sport back into their lives after such a tough time. And Australia went over to England, and, they would have gone by boat, would have taken them probably 6-7 weeks to get over there. They played a total 34 games. Now, they played the test matches, which were 5 of them. They won 4-0 with 1 draw. But in total, 34 games against counties and the like. They won 25 matches and drew 9. Never defeated. Now, that's preparation.
Yeah. Although, Tim, I don't know if you saw, I'd say, I really like Ben Stokes. I think he's such a huge competitor. You've got to admire the guy. But he made a really good comment to the Queensland newspaper up there, the Courier, where he said, listen, we live in a country that is cold and miserable, so we need to get out and get into the sun. And I thought, well, that's actually quite a good point. So we can cut them some slack on that score.
Oh, look, I agree with him. I would stay for an extra 2 weeks after the series is finished.
Well, yes, yeah, good point.
This is about preparation and what are you committed to and what aren't you. And I just think we know there's a lot of white ball cricket that gets played, and the preparation certainly has been cut. The tour matches hardly exist anymore. But I think we spoke to Michael Clark yesterday, and he made the point. He said, look, I don't care how many net sessions you do, he said, just even going out and playing club cricket and making a 40 in club cricket is worth about 10 net sessions. And I thought that was unbelievably personal. I thought that was an amazing point. So,
hey,
really,
Timmy, you mentioned England sticking around for a couple of weeks after the tour to maybe lap up the sun. You're sticking around at 5AA for an extra week. What's happened?
I just love the place. I am so committed. No, look, it's discipline reasons.
So Roey's on holidays, we're on holidays, and you're doing another week.
Yeah, congratulations, boys, on another great year. It's been sensational. I don't know if you heard Roey, when he knows that the end is nigh, when you see a man, a bit Al Bundy style, where he's just sitting on the couch, he's undone the belt, he's got his hands down the front. Well, that is where Stephen's at in his mind at the moment, and he's getting
trying to get the
loose.
image out of my head, thank you, mate.
Your live stream numbers aren't going to be good today, Tim.
But he came up with an analogy last night. He said, I want everybody to say, how their club went this year and do an analogy. And he said, an analogy, those things that you explained that they're not the same? And I said, well, that's not the same as an analogy. I'll tell you that right now. But
things that are not the same.
He got it right eventually. And he said he reckons the Adelaide Crows, they climbed the mountain, they got to the top, and then they got vertigo, and they got sick, and they froze. And I said, oh, yeah, okay, all right, that's not too bad. He said, well, what about your mob? And I said, hey, I said, we packed the car, we're off for a trip, we're going to drive all the way to Darwin. I said, we broke down at Jeff's Cross.
Oh, both good analogies.
Yeah, absolutely. Good on you, Tim.
Cheers, Tim. Enjoy your bonus week, mate.
And they had a great year. We really enjoyed it, boys, and have a great break, and we'll see you next year.
Good on you, mate.
Good on you, Timmy.
Thanks, mate.
Absolute legend. All right, let's just quickly before the break put in another listener into the running to win the meat tray, thanks to O'Connell Meats. Reno in Torrensville's called in. Reno, what was your highlight of 2025?
Good morning, guys. Firstly, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all you guys and your families, and thank you very much for everything you've done for the year. I don't
you too, Reno.
call in as much, but, well, obviously my highlight was when my kids and the partners named a restaurant after me.
Yeah.
That was the highlight. Reno's Bistro in Hillside. Yeah, I don't think it could get any better, and the excitement was just ridiculous. Thank you, boys, and thank you for everything.
We love doing that interview, Reno.
That was a great story, indeed. Good on you, Reno. Thank you, mate. We're going to take a break. 5AA News is coming up. Michael Packy in the nation's capital next.
Hi, I'm Bronte Manuel from Toop and Toop. This year, the Real Estate Institute's National Awards named us Marketing and Communications Agency of the Year. Locally, we're also recognised as Large Residential Agency of the Year and Residential Sales Team of the Year. These awards highlight our focus on quality, innovation and outcomes that genuinely make a difference. And to our clients, thank you for the trust that keeps us moving forward. We've proudly been South Australia's trusted advisors in real estate since 1985. Visit toop.com.au.
Hi, Brett Ebert here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. There's a lot to like about Mawson Lakes Mazda. They'll take care of you with next day servicing, complimentary loan car, vacuum and wash. And your breakfast or lunch is on them. Your car gets the love too with their state-of-the-art service centre, brimming with top-trained mechanics. At Mawson Lakes Mazda, they'll look after your car and look after you. Mawson Lakes Mazda, just a short drive from the city.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Partly cloudy and 37 today with the 7:30 news. I'm Jess Adamson.
For the best price, quality and same-day service, trust Complete Windscreens. RAA approved, Main North Road, Prospect.
A man's lost his licence after a crash in the northern suburbs last night. Police were called to Dimboola Court at Craigmore at 10:30, where a Ford sedan had hit a retaining wall, causing significant damage. The driver, a 40-year-old Craigmore man, blew over the legal limit. Tom Silvani, the son of AFL great Stephen Silvani, will return to court today after being convicted of rape. Yesterday, a gag order was lifted revealing the 23-year-old's identity. The case has been shrouded in secrecy, banning the media from identifying him or his family since June last year. The 23-year-old crept into bed with a woman, twice sexually assaulting her while pretending to be another man and doctoring Uber receipts to try to cover it up. The Albanese government says Australia's jobless rate remains at historic lows, despite 21,000 job losses over the past month. Latest data shows the unemployment rate remains steady at 4.3% over the past month. The result was mainly propped up by a rise in part-time work as full-time roles disappeared. But Employment Minister Amanda Rishworth says there's nothing to be concerned about.
Look, over month to month, we have seen some volatility in both full-time and part-time employment growth. What I would say is over the year, we have seen an increase in both full-time and part-time jobs.
The Prime Minister is dodging calls to reform the parliamentary expenses system as the saga engulfs more politicians. A number of Labor MPs are being criticised for their excessive use of taxpayer-funded travel. A National MP is also in the firing line, and Greens Senator Sarah Hanson-Young used 78 flights to ferry her husband to and from Canberra. But Anthony Albanese is playing down suggestions the rules around travel expenses should be tightened.
We haven't changed the rules. We haven't added to any entitlements. The rules have been there since they were put in place by the former government.
New data has found criminal gangs profit from more than 95% of vapes sold in Australia and have stockpiled enough to last years. The new illicit tobacco and e-cigarette commissioner report reveals legal vapes, which can only be bought at pharmacies and chemists, account for just 4.3% of the market. A new weight loss drug has been found to reduce arthritic knee pain. Ellie Lilly says its next generation obesity drug, which can reduce body weight up to 29%, is in late-stage trials. Professor John Wentworth from the Royal Melbourne Hospital says the positive side effect of weight loss drugs are taking the medical world by surprise.
The targets of these drugs exist in all parts of the body, including the heart and the kidneys. And some people strongly believe that some of the benefits in terms of preventing heart attacks and preserving kidney function are due to those direct actions on those organs.
Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Be the first to test drive the all-new Mitsubishi ASX at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
Here's Tom Wren.
Thank you, Jess. After opening the batting in Brisbane, Travis Head admits he missed walking out to bat by himself. Selectors remain coy on the makeup of the batting lineup for the Adelaide Test, with Usman Khawaja remaining in the squad for that match starting next Wednesday. Well, Adelaide has named Police Commissioner Grant Stevens as the man to replace Mark Rasciuto on the club's board. Rasciuto has been a part of the board for more than a decade. Meantime, Melbourne skipper Max Gawn says he'd hand over the D's captaincy if that's what the club wants.
If the club feels like it's best to push on in a different way, I'm more than happy to get behind it. If they would like me to keep, to get a bit of continuity, because there's been a lot of change at the football club, I'm happy to get behind that as well. I love being captain.
The Premiership ruckman has been selected to play for Victoria in February's State of Origin match against Western Australia. Well, Nottingham Forest have all but guaranteed they will be involved in the knockout stages of the Europa League following an important 2-1 away win against Utrecht. Forest with the winner in the 88th minute.
Danendoy denied and in from Igor Jesus for Nottingham Forest. That's why they put him on only a couple of moments ago. And within 2 minutes of coming onto the pitch, Igor Jesus may very well have won this game for Nottingham Forest.
Audio there thanks to Stan Sport. Meantime, Aston Villa is locked at 1-1 in its match against Basel at half-time. And that's the 5AA Sport.
Thanks, Tom. Now checking 5AA traffic.
Lynn Andrews Real Estate, experts in commercial and residential property management. lynnandrews.com.au.
Morning there. Roads looking really good for the run-in today. Getting busy in the usual spots. The Porter Expressway at Port Adelaide. Pretty slow at the moment at Mile End, South Road, the Accountant Parade. That's due to a burst. Water main super sluggish through there just near the Fairby Theatre. And getting busy Marion Road, Marion. Camera to look out for today, Gorge Road at Athelston. Merry Fringemas. Yes, Fringemas is here. Share the joy of the Adelaide Fringe Festival with Fringe vouchers. The perfect pick for dreamers, doers and fun lovers. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast, 37 and partly cloudy today, a much more pleasant 27 tomorrow, 23 for Sunday and Monday. Right now it's 26 degrees on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Milwaukee Spend and Get is on now at Toolkit Depot. Spend $250 across the Milwaukee range and get $50 back in TKD bucks. The more you spend on Milwaukee, the more you get back. Hurry! Milwaukee Spend and Get ends Saturday, only at Toolkit Depot. T's and C's apply.
I'm high! The Excelsior Hotel has always felt like home. And for seniors, it's always been great value with 20% discount on selected bistro meals. Yep, 20% off. Feeding the whole family? Bring them all Saturday or Sunday for live acoustic music from 5 p.m. And kids eat free. Some conditions apply. The Excelsior Hotel feels like home, but better. You just know it's a Barreau Hotel.
That's the bell. Here comes the catch of the day from SA King Prawns Edinburgh North. When Tony, Heather and their crew aren't at sea, they're selling their delicious catch in the SA King Prawn store at Edinburgh North. They're starting to haul in their new season king prawns for your Christmas feast. They are cooked and frozen at sea on board their trawler Maria L. New season Spencer Gulf King Prawns in store right now. 15 Hewitson Road, Edinburgh North. Open every day till Christmas Eve. Buy direct from the prawn fishermen. SA King Prawns Edinburgh North.
Summer's here. Time to get your new Woolco pool blanket. Made from quality materials, a Woolco pool blanket will keep your pool clean, warm and reduce evaporation. Uncover the savings now. Visit walco.com.au.
When it comes to reducing pain and rebuilding strength, Kiesa leaves nothing to chance. Our university-qualified health professionals don't just treat problem areas. They design personalised training programs using Swiss-engineered machines unique to Kiesa. These machines safely isolate the affected area, test your strength, and help rebuild your muscles for a stronger, more active and healthier life. Kiesa, building strength with precision in Norwood and coming soon to Glenelg.
Get saving this month at City Discount Tyres. Grab 3 Falcon Zeek ZE 310R passenger car tyres and get the 4th tyre absolutely free. Experience top-notch performance with exceptional grip on both wet and dry surfaces. Steer your way to citydiscounttyres.com.au for even more great deals. City Discount Tyres. We're driven by value.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
21 minutes to 8, broadcasting live from the Adelaide Central Market for our final show of 2025. We've got $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture we're giving away before 9 o'clock this morning. Deb V, could be you listening. Yes. Someone out there only has to get 2 correct answers. It's the most unfair competition on planet Earth. But in the end, someone is going to walk away with $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture after Deb's dominating streak.
This will be 7 days in a row. I worked it out. She won on Thursday of last week.
Was it Thursday?
Thursday, yeah.
Unbelievable.
And she's been dominant every day. She's been clutch on a couple of occasions where she's been 1-0 down, clawed away back. Hey, yeah, I'm with you, Con, in a sporting sense. Con says my highlight for 2025 was the Socceroos qualifying for the big one next year.
We did it without having to go to sort of any intercontinental heart-stopper elimination games too, especially when it wasn't looking that way early. Made the managerial change from Graham Arnold to Tony Popovich, and things certainly looked up from there. We won't be just giving away the Nordic furniture. We've also got a meat tray, thanks to O'Connell Meat, to give away, and Tony in Clinton Park's on the line. Morning, Tony.
Good morning. Merry Christmas to you both.
You too, Tony.
Thanks, Tony. What's your highlight of 2025?
I celebrate my birthday in January, and last January I turned 70, and I got 2 birthday cards, one each from a Member of Parliament, one state member and one the federal member. How they knew it was for a birthday or what, I've got no idea.
Well, you know, Tony, the serious answer to that question is it's because politicians are exempt from the Privacy Act, and they can access the electoral roll, and they know your date of birth, your address, all that sort of stuff, and it's specifically so they can send you a birthday card in the hope that you vote for them.
They've got this remarkable technology, both the major parties in Australia too, that builds a profile on the basis of every call you've ever made to them.
Yeah.
Your date of birth, your age, the profile. I can work out, is this person, do we think, do they lean a bit Labor or
what
Liberal?
They do too is if they've knocked on your house and you go, oh look, sorry, we're just automatic massive Labor voters or massive Liberal voters, they just put a line through your name. They don't need to worry about you.
Yeah, you won't get paraphernalia.
Yeah, it's the people who go, I haven't really made up my mind.
Yes.
It's the last thing you want to say.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no, if you just, next time someone knocks on your door, say, no, my family have always been National Socialists. They'll never talk to you again.
I mean, I wouldn't say that, because it might be a member of the police that are knocking on your door or something.
Exactly.
Andrew on the text lines pointed out, historic morning at the airport. Tomorrow morning, in fact. United Airlines inaugural flight, UA 207 to Adelaide, scheduled to land at Adelaide Airport 9:30 a.m. And he wishes us a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Andrew. Let's head to the nation's capital, where it's been flights that have been very much on the agenda over the last week. Michael Packy joins us from 9 Radio. Pat, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. How are you? Merry Christmas to you.
You too, Michael. Thanks for all your input during the year, mate. We always love having you on at the end of the week, mate. You do a great job. But, Pat, can I just ask one question? Sort of feels bad singling anyone out, given that this travel situation is something that's happened across all the parties. But the situation with Sarah Hanson-Young seems kind of unique, whereby her husband is a lobbyist, so it's his job. His business is framed around flying to Canberra to lobby politicians, talk to environmental organisations, businesses. Why is it that taxpayers would pay a single cent of that? What is so clearly a business cost for his company? Doesn't this show that far from being family reunions, if people are clever about it, they can actually sort of offset what would otherwise be expenses for their own businesses if their partner happens to be a member of Parliament?
Yeah, absolutely. I do think that the Sarah Hanson-Young situation really does show up the changes that do need to be made to these travel entitlements. The fact that she did it 78 times. There were 78 flights to and from Canberra for her husband, Ben Oquist, who is a lobbyist. And he used to work for the Greens as well. He used to be one of the key advisors for Bob Brown when Bob Brown was the leader of the Greens. So people like Ben Oquist have, been around for a while. They know how the system works. He's worked within the parliamentary system and now he's outside it. But you're right, it does go to show that clearly these entitlements need to be overhauled. They were put in place almost 10 years ago when Susan Lee got pinged for flying to the Gold Coast to purchase a property, and she lost her ministerial position at that time when she did that, and they put these rules in place, and there was meant to be an independent oversight of these rules, but they haven't been changed since. And what I think the interesting thing of the past week has been, Pembo, is that the Prime Minister is digging in saying that he doesn't really think that there needs to be any changes to these rules. And even Susan Lee, when she was asked about it in a radio interview yesterday, she was wishy-washy on the whole entire issue. Why not just come out and simply say, yeah, look, these rules have now been in place for 10 years. They probably are in need of an overhaul to start meeting community expectations. And that probably does mean that some of these so-called family reunion perks need to be reined in, because clearly people like Sarah Hanson-Young and Annika Wells and Don Farrell and a whole bunch of others believe that they're working within the rules that are given to them, even though they may not meet these community expectations.
Seems I can't imagine Annika Wells would have anticipated a week where we would have been talking about anything other than the social media ban in her portfolio area, but it's been relegated to second-tier news. That said, internationally it's a big political story about Australia. What's the next political step, do you think, in this story, Pac? It's now law, it's now in operation, or does it simply disappear from being a political story, do you think?
Well, I think that's an interesting. It's an interesting comment that you make there, because you're right. The social media ban was meant to be the story of this week, and it's been overshadowed by the whole Spencer saga. I think the next step in this story is going to be when we start seeing the hard data. How many accounts have been locked? How many under-16s have lost their account that we know of from these 10 major social media platforms? And will other social media platforms start being engulfed in these new laws? Because as we know, one thing that we started hearing earlier this week is as people started losing their access to TikTok or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, they started the apps for other lesser known and unregulated social media sites started increasing. For example, we started seeing an increase in downloads for an app called Lemonade and Yoke. And there was a few others as well, which are companies that we've never really heard of. So I think the next step in this is in a couple of weeks' time, when we start seeing some hard data of how many accounts have been locked out, how many kids have been locked out, and if there's other countries that are seriously considering moving down this path. There's been a lot of talk from other countries that they like what we're doing, but they want to see how it works in Australia. But I do think that when other countries also start getting on board and how they get on board, I think will be interesting. The other thing is obviously if there's going to be any of these tech companies that get fined, which will be the first tech company to get fined for breaching these rules, and will that make any difference? So look, there's a way to go. I think the government was right in saying that it was going to be a bumpy ride, that it wasn't going to be perfect, and I think that has played out to a certain extent. But I think what will be interesting is to see the hard data on how many people are losing access to their accounts.
Yeah, absolutely, Pac. There's a bit to come on it yet. Mate, as I said at the start, thank you so much for all of your efforts during the year. We love having you on, mate. I hope you get a bit of a break and get out of that madhouse that you inhabit over there in Canberra. You need a sort of Annika Wells-style flight centre set up where you can just, bill the taxpayers for your trip home. Good on you, mate. Michael Packy, the national political editor for Nine Radio.
He does a terrific job.
It's a cautionary tale, the Annika Wells story, I think, for the modern propensity for politicians to chronicle everything that they do where they're having fun with a view to putting it up on Instagram and TikTok, because all of the imagery of her, that photograph on the front page of the Oz the other day where she's lying on the grass at the MCG after the siren, covered in blue, red and gold crepe paper when the Lions have just knocked off the Cats. It doesn't matter what she's done anything right or wrong. That photo sort of killed her. And I mean, it looked like the only thing she didn't do at the MCG that day was run through the banner. Yeah. Maybe she did. Maybe that's the next photo the Aussies got tucked away for tomorrow's front page.
It doesn't look like we're extracting maximum bang for buck as taxpayers that day, did it?
Well, this is the problem, though, and this is where it reminds me a bit of the great work Joe Aston from the Fin Review did with the Chairman's Club story, where it's like, you're part of this clique where you get the Neil Perry Club sandwich. You don't have to go and look around for a PowerPoint to charge your phone, because someone from Qantas comes over and says, I can take your phone and charge it for you while the Neil Perry sandwich is being prepared. And you can do all of this while you're taking your partner, who's a lobbyist, to Canberra at public expense so that he can just actually do his job. That's why people just look at the whole thing and go, meanwhile, in Australia, I'm sitting here looking at a $480 a month power bill, or agonising about what I put in the kids' lunchbox. Well, that's the real problem with this story.
Yeah, absolutely. 11 to 8. We're going to check traffic and come back with the wonderful variety. One of our favourite charities we love working with each and every year. Mark McGill is going to join us on the other side of this break.
Warning there, a prospect, a smash on Regency Road near Churchill Road causing quite big delays. Also pretty solid delays at Mile End. That's due to a burst water main South Road near Carlton Parade, just near the Phoebe Theatre there. Getting busy, Mayoran Road at the Anzac Highway intersection, and early morning camera to look out for Berrima Road at Shadow Park. Speed limits around some SA schools are dropping to 40 kilometres an hour during school drop-off and pick-up times from November. Find out more at dit.sa.gov.au. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
There's smoked Aussie almonds, exotic spicy peanuts, and always scrumptious salted cashews. Merry Christmas, folks. I'm Brett Charlesworth, and they're just 3 of the tantalising products we cook fresh just for you in every Charlesworth nut store. Try salted or unsalted nuts, spicy hot chili or smokehouse, plus our famous range of designer mixes exclusive to Charlesworth's. Follow the seductive aroma of freshly cooked nuts to one of our 11 family-owned stores or shop online. Why Charlesworth? Because fresh nuts taste better.
We often talk about cancer as if it's one thing, but there are as many cancers as there are people with it. Because the makeup of every person is unique. Every cancer treatment must be unique too. At SAMRI, our cancer research is not looking for a cure-all, but a cure each. To continue this research, SAMRI needs your help and your donations. Visit samri.org.au to find out more and donate today.
Here at 5AA, we're all about supporting local. Here's who you can support around Adelaide. Head to the Excelsior Hotel, where kids eat free every weekend. The Excelsior Hotel, 110 Coghlan Street, Brompton. Feels like coming home, but better. The St John Christmas Home Lottery Grand Prize Draw closes midnight Sunday. Buy your tickets now at stjohnlottery.com.au. Santa's Wonderland. It's open now and open every day until December 24th at the Adelaide Showground. Tickets on sale at santaswonderland.com.au. 5AA, supporting local business.
Hi, Daniel Talley here, General Manager of Home. That's HAUME. Put simply, we buy homes. We don't charge fees, there's no advertising costs or commissions, none of that. We just make the process of selling your home easy. So if you're looking to downsize and have a home built before the 90s, we'll be able to help you save time, money and the effort it takes to sell. Thinking of downsizing? Visit home.com.au. That's haume.com.au.
5AA Breakfast is streaming live right now. To watch, simply head to 5AA on Facebook or YouTube. There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
7 minutes to wait. Meat tray this morning, thanks to O'Connell's Meats here at the market. We have been asking about your highlight for 2025. I tell you what, we have a guest here with us, and he's come bearing meat. It is Tony O'Connell. Tony, good morning to you.
Good morning, boys. All good?
That is a magnificent tray of meat you've brought over. That looks superb.
That's our hams we're cooking all the time, fresh hams. That's a piece of mutton ham. So when I first started working in the arcade 100 years ago...
I can remember when you guys were over there.
Yeah, we used to make hams called poor man's ham, which was made out of a leg of mutton. So if you couldn't afford a leg of pork, pork was very expensive back in the day. Mutton was very cheap, and there was always plenty of mutton in South Australia, all the farming.
It almost looks like corned beef.
Very much so. You try that and you tell me...
Is it brined? Is it like, it's got that corn sort of taste?
Exactly same processing as a ham, but turned into a mutton ham. So it's made out of mutton, so it's got that little bit more earthy, nice flavours.
Good flavour.
Yeah, yes. And
that'd be good with some Dijon mustard and some of those little Cornichon pickled cucumbers and some bread.
A pint of beer would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Yum. Yeah. That is superb.
So that's just something a little bit different, but we make them every year, make quite a few. But
isn't that great? Because that'd be one of those almost green and gold era recipes, wouldn't it?
That's right, yeah. Simply to make it, it's nice. It's got that little bit of mutton fat around the outside to keep that really nice and moist. That's a piece of gammon. We specialise that in as well. It's an English cut of meat. They'll take that home and they'll boil that up and then they roast it in their oven. And
like a boiling bacon?
That's right, yeah. So it's like a boiling bacon, or we do a leg of it as well. So being in the market, we have lots and lots of different nationalities, and they ask us to make different cuts, which is really good for us too, because we'll have somebody come in from Brazil actually and say, I want my beef ribs cut this way, so they can see us cutting the meat down, and they'll say,
they do it crossways.
Yeah, that's right.
They call it asado, don't they?
Yeah. So and it's just a lovely way of knowing how other people have their meats cut.
That's fantastic. Yeah, they're big on the rump cap too, aren't they? The picanha.
Picanha, that's lovely.
Good, that stuff.
Yeah, don't say anything, I can't get any.
Oh, no, really? Oh, bummer. Well, because they cut that side on and make it into crescents and put it on skewers.
That's right, or cook it in one big piece and then slice it, or cut it thick over charcoal. Again, just beautiful cut of meat.
With the fat on top.
That's right.
Oh,
It has to have that fat. It has to have that fat, so really nice.
Hey, Tony, we've been lucky to have a relationship with you since the very start of Meat Tray Friday, and we always love coming in here.
Absolutely.
One of our favourite days of the year.
It's a great place to be, great place to work.
Just quickly, how many hams you made?
Well, sort of lose count a bit. Yeah, 1,500, 1,600, I suppose.
Wow. What about that? Sensational. Yeah. Good on you, mate.
So maybe for the meat tray, shall we give away a nice big leg of ham for Christmas?
Oh, I'll throw that into the meat tray as well.
I mean, you're the boss, Tony. If that's what you want to do, that's what we'll do.
That sounds terrific. Yeah, thank you so much, Tony.
Yep.
Merry Christmas to you, Tony. Great to see you, mate. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate it.
You too, mate.
Tony O'Connell, come down and get yourself a ham. That thing looks absolutely unbelievable. My goodness. All right, let's check in with Variety. CEO Mark McGill's on the line. The wonderful children's charity having yesterday released essentially their 2025 in review. They call it the 2025 Impact, with Variety this year supporting, this is extraordinary, this figure, 65,424 kids.
That's so many children.
65,000 kids. Mark McGill, good morning to you. I know yesterday's an opportunity for you to sort of talk to people about what the work that you've done is, but on behalf of us and everyone in South Australia, thank you for that work, because that's mind-bending. If that was a city, it'd be the second biggest city in South Australia. Morning to you.
Good morning, Will. Good morning, Dave. It's very much it's probably the reverse, almost, in that we couldn't do what we do without the support of equally number of thousands of very generous supporters, including you boys and 5AA. It's been an amazing year, and it's kind of it's a double-edged sword in a way that 65,424 children is a lot, but it sort of also speaks about how much need there is in the community, and that's why we exist, to empower children to live without limits.
Can I just clarify though, Mark? So is that 65,000 kids? That's nationally, not an SA.
That's an SA, Dave. So, and this is where the generosity of South Australia really comes to the fore. 184,000 children were impacted nationally through variety. So 35% of those children live in South Australia. So in terms of the population base, it's probably, 5 times our number by population. So that is just the generous nature and generous of the South Australian public, and we are eternally grateful for that.
And look, you wouldn't be able to service that many people, as you've been saying, without the generosity of South Australians. And it was interesting to note that the number of grants this year increased significantly year on year. You almost doubled your number of grants, didn't you, Mark?
571, Bill, and that was on a record previous, which was 332. So
wow,
it's just and this is the thing about without the support that you guys have given us, we've been in bedrooms out at West, we've been up at Emerald Way at Mount Barker, we've had the radiothon a couple of weeks ago. That generosity and enormous amount of revenue that's generated just simply keeps pace with the demand. And it's not as if we're squirreling away any funds. It's that those funds that we raise will all be reinvested next year, every cent of it.
Yeah, well, that's it, and that's why we're so proud to have the relationship that we do with you, Mark, at Variety, mate. Hope you get a good Christmas break, and I'm sure you'll be back again doing the important work that you do next year. We'll be standing right alongside you for the radiothon or auctions, whatever it is you need us to do. But, mate, we always enjoy catching up, and we enjoy our association with you. Mark and Bill, the CEO.
Thank you, Will. Merry Christmas to you both, and Merry Christmas to all the 5AA listeners, and we, again, can't thank them enough for the generosity.
Yeah, Merry Christmas to you, Mark. 5AA News Time, breaking at 8 in just a moment. Also, $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture is going to be given away. We got Feedback Friday still to come, and now a bumper meat tray thanks to Tony O'Connell Meats with that ham thrown in as well. Lots to win. Stay listening. Hour to go.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth DeBars from A&MF SA. Nurses and midwives care deeply about our patients. That's why we must take action, because doing nothing would cause far greater harm. So we're saying no more to being undervalued, no more to unsafe workplaces and burnout, no more to a system that risks the quality of patient care. Standing up for nurses and midwives means standing up for the care we all deserve. It's time for the state government to show respect. Visit respectnursesandmidwives.com.
Authorised by Elizabeth DeBars, A&MF SA, Religion, South Australia.
The news and information that matters. This is 5AA News. Always Adelaide.
37's the top today with the 8 o'clock news. Good morning, I'm Jess Adamson.
Chipped windscreen? RAA approved repairer Complete Windscreens repairs it from just $99. Find the big red koala.
Hundreds of people are expected at a memorial service later this morning for award-winning winemaker Peter Fraser. The 51-year-old father of 2 was found dead in his Clarendon home 2 weeks ago after a fire, police declaring it wasn't suspicious. The service will be held at Yangara Estate, where Fraser served as the chief winemaker for the past 15 years. Police have seized another $1.2 million worth of illegal tobacco and vapes in a series of raids across the Mid-North, York Peninsula and West Coast. 52,000 packets of cigarettes, 136,000 cigarette tubes, 6,000 vapes and 73 kilos of loose tobacco were confiscated in Port Lincoln, Whyalla, Port Augusta, Port Pirie, Moonta, Kadina and Wallaroo. 17 stores have been issued short-term closure orders. The Australian economy has shed 21,000 full-time jobs over the past month in a sign the labour market is cooling. Federal Politics editor Michael Packey reports.
The unemployment rate has remained steady at 4.3% in November, with an increase in part-time jobs offsetting a decrease in full-time roles. Analyst Scott Phillips says unemployment is still historically low, but there's some cause for concern.
It is a pretty ordinary saga across the board.
Federal Employment Minister Amanda Rishworth says month-to-month job numbers can be volatile and we need to look at the broader picture.
Over the last year, we've seen 182,000
extra jobs.
The mixed result complicates the economic picture for the Reserve Bank as it considers interest rate movements in 2026.
Australia Post has come under fire after a video emerged of a driver knocking just once and leaving a home with the parcel. The service has apologised, saying they take their responsibilities seriously and customers with concerns can contact them directly. Marketing executive Dee Madigan says a surge in holiday casuals has resulted in poor service.
They did the thing about, customers are really important when, our service delivery is really important, the usual lines, but I feel like there's probably not a lot they can do unless we all start writing letters so they can employ, the big full-time force that they used to. This is just going to happen every Christmas.
The man accused of assassinating Charlie Kirk has made his first public appearance in court. 22-year-old Tyler Robinson appeared in a Utah court, his legal team arguing to ban media coverage of his case. He was seen smiling at people sitting in a row reserved for family. A woman waved, teared up and wiped her eyes with a tissue. Queen Camilla has opened the doors to Clarence House, inviting children with life-limiting illnesses to help decorate the royals' Christmas tree. Europe correspondent Mimi Becker.
The annual Christmas tea party and lunch is a highlight on the royal calendar. It's the 20th year Queen Camilla has hosted the festivities, and she reflected in an off-the-cuff speech saying to her this lunch is the start of Christmas. The King and Queen will spend Christmas at Sandringham with members of the royal family.
Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Be the first to test drive the all-new Mitsubishi ASX at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
Here's Tom.
Thank you, Jess. Plenty of discussion on what Australia and England will do ahead of the third test, which begins in Adelaide next week. There's talk Ben Stokes could be elevated up the order, while the Aussies are toying with the idea of bringing Usman Khawaja back, while Pat Cummins is almost certain to return. In the WBBL, the Perth Scorchers are into the grand final, where they'll play against the Hobart Hurricanes after an 11-run win against the Sydney Sixers. Meantime, the West Indies will be looking for plenty of runs on day 3 of the second test against New Zealand in Wellington. The Tourists to resume at 2 for 32 in their second innings, still trailing the home side by 41 runs with 3 days to play. And South Africa has easily beaten India by 51 runs in their second T20 clash overnight. Well, the Adelaide 36ers will take on Melbourne United in a top-of-the-table clash tonight at home. The red-hot Sixers are hoping to make it 7 straight wins, while United's looking to bounce back after consecutive losses. Brisbane will play host to a swimming event with a difference tonight as Australia's top swimmers hit the pool. Outside and under lights, the 3-hour event will see 25-metre races and elimination formats. Olympic gold medalist Cam McAvoy says he's excited to be a part of some innovation for swimming.
People are looking for this within the sport. So for Australia to be the ground zero for unearthing that and putting that out into the world of swimming is something special.
According to the Forbes Rich List, Australian Formula One star Oscar Piastri will earn $56 million in 2025 thanks to a $41 million bonus. And South Aussie golfer Jack Thompson is the halfway leader at the Saudi Open, currently at 14 under after round 2. And that's the 5AA Sport.
Thanks, Tom. Let's check the 5AA traffic.
Lynn Andrews Real Estate, experts in commercial and residential property management. lynnandrews.com.au.
Morning there at Prospector Smash to look out for today. Regency Road near Churchill Road with some pretty solid delays. Also solid delays at Mile End with the burst water main. South Road just near the Thebby Theatre there causing delays. And look out for works at Flinders Park. They are slow today. Grange Road and Holbrooks Road. Camera, Gorge Road, Paracombe. Moving house is hard. Origin is making it a little easier by helping you move your electricity, natural gas and internet in one easy call. Origin. All kinds of useful. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast, a scorching 37 today, a beautiful 27 tomorrow, 23 for Sunday and Monday. Right now it's 27 degrees on 5AA, always Adelaide.
I'm Brett Buckley from Ray White Business Sales. We've been with 5AA now for nearly 5 years. And we noticed that fairly early, probably within about 4 to 5 months, we started to see some good quality inquiries coming through that were directly from 5AA. From our experience, I would highly recommend advertising on radio firstly, but more importantly on 5AA, not just because of the reach, not just because you can get to your target market more effectively, but purely because of the collaborative experience that you'll have in ensuring that your marketing dollar is best spent.
To get your message out there and grow your business, visit 5AA.com.au and hit the Advertise With Us link.
Now, there's nothing quite like discovering a hidden gem, especially with the added bonus that it leads to your new favourite bottle of wine. If you're thinking of something to do for the summer break, this is a terrific spot to go. Thorn Clark Wines, located up near Angaston. It's a family-owned boutique Barossa winery that combines tranquility with perfectly curated wine.
Yes, you'll be asking yourself, why haven't I been here before? As you take in the sprawling gardens and panoramic views, enjoy a wine tasting that's customised to you while enjoying a platter of local Barossa Valley produce.
It's a great fun day with mates or with the kids. They've got a driving range so you can whack a 9-iron, hit some balls into the paddock overlooking the Eden Valley Vineyard, and then the business end of the day, take home a few bottles from their Sandpiper and Shopfire ranges and continue the Thorn Clark experience at home, or check out the range and buy it online at the Thorn Clark Wines website.
Next time you head to the Barossa Valley, make Thorn Clark Wines your first stop. Cellar door open 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Friday to Sunday.
End the year on a high with a great deal from Mawson Lakes Volkswagen. The huge end-of-year stock clearance sale is on now with new and demo Volkswagens priced to clear. Get immediate delivery and easy finance options. Hurry in for your perfect model and colour. The sooner you get to the showroom, the better your chance of scoring your dream car. Mawson Lakes Volkswagen's end-of-year stock clearance sale. Ends soon, so hurry. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
Setting the agenda for South Australia. This is 5AA, always Adelaide.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
10 minutes after 8, breaking 8 coming up in just a moment. The meat tray, Feedback Friday, and $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture going to be given away. So we're slightly distracted. Kevin Rudd, has Kevin Rudd posted that? The Australian ambassador has posted a sort of Rocky-esque montage of him playing handball.
It's with kids who visited the Australian embassy in Washington, and he's just out there like such a tragic nerd, that guy. But he's put it up on Facebook. It's got 192,000 views.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
The comments,
got 2 more just then.
I don't think the comments are quite what he had in mind when he posted it. But it's terrifically funny.
Unintentionally funny, you might even say. All right. 8223 is the number. We're talking about our highlights of 2025 for the wonderful O'Connell meat tray. Quentin Oldrella's got a highlight for us. Morning, Quentin.
Hey, g'day, fellas. I've got a few, actually. Can I just say, Sturt, the mighty double blues. My season of the Gold Coast Suns gave me lots of joy. But my two highlights, my big highlights are my two teenage autistic boys who've had fantastic years at school. And they make me proud. They're doing things like playing basketball. My eldest son is getting a job. Well, he's got a job at Macca's. He does that. Youngest one, which I told you a few weeks ago, he's taking flying lessons, and just the joy that those two boys and what they achieved. Especially in this beautiful world of autism and all that sort of stuff. It's just my highlight. And thank you guys for being a highlight of my year as well, listening to you two clowns carry on. It's fantastic.
Carry on is the word. Good on you, mate. Well done to the Suns. It was a great year, and I reckon you're going to be thereabouts again for quite a few years.
Well, they just tossed in a bloke called Christian Petrarca into the side.
Oh, is he playing there?
Yeah.
Oh, really? I thought he was coming here.
Nope.
Oh, we're going to get Clayton Oliver, aren't we? Up on the board.
If Christian Petrarca was here, I wouldn't have stopped talking about it.
No, yeah, you would have been pretty excited.
Yeah.
You and Grant Stevens would still be talking to each other.
Exactly. Now,
You're going to claim that as his first win.
Exactly right.
Instead, it's his first fail.
Now our relationship's over. It's a sad day, actually. It's been going. It was so.
Sack the board.
It was so. Yeah, I mean, what are they doing?
Bloody hopeless.
It's time for breaking it up.
Well, the big industrial story locally over the last week has been the dispute involving the state's prison guards. It spread to the courts yesterday with sheriffs walking off the job as well. We've caught up with the PSA a couple of times. We are hearing, though, that there might be some positive news on that front. There's been suggestions that the industrial action that the PSA had put in place is either being scrapped or has been scrapped. We've got the Attorney General and Minister for Industrial Relations, Kai Ma, joining us on the line now. AG, good morning, and thanks for your time. What is the go with the PSA? Is our mail right? Are they close to? I'm not saying they're backing down, but is a resolution imminent?
Yeah, so the union leadership had a meeting with the Treasurer yesterday, and I spoke to union leadership last night, and they were able to inform me that they're calling off the industrial action that they've had going for the course of this week, and we thank them for that. And I think that's a sign that there is good reason for optimism, and the discussions have been productive. Ministers are meeting with union leadership every week, and I think daily conversations are happening now. So, I am cautiously optimistic that we might have a resolution by Christmas for, it's about 40,000 public sector workers that are covered by this agreement.
So would that mean that the state's prisons would come out of lockdown? Because they've been in lockdown since Monday morning, from what I understand.
Yeah, they have been, and the Metropolitan Courts were shut yesterday. So that means those lockdowns, I'm informed by the union, they're going to lift that industrial action, so those lockdowns will stop while these negotiations continue, and I'm sure there'll be significant discussions today and in the coming days in furtherance of those negotiations.
Attorney General, what's the process by which those court cases that couldn't go ahead yesterday will be put back on the docket? Appreciating that obviously a lot of those instances involve cases that people have been waiting years for.
Yeah, the courts will manage that, and there would have been hundreds in the magistrates' court. Some dozens, particularly in the district court for more serious court cases. So they'll be relisted. There will be trials that were part-way through, sentencing or verdicts, and they will be put back in, hopefully in the not-too-distant future.
So, Attorney, if the dispute with the prison officers is resolved, that just leaves the nurses as the only remaining standout where the enterprise agreement has not been struck across the public sector. I saw the nurses' union has got a rally plan for February the 5th. Does that sort of suggest that they're digging in big time? I mean, it's almost 2 months from now. Surely there's a chance that it could be resolved before then, or is the pay demand that they're putting so eye-watering that you think things might get bogged down a bit?
We've had nearly every single public sector enterprise agreement up for negotiation during the course of this year. The last two are the one with the PSA and the nurses. I've got to say, I think we're reasonably far apart with the nurses. I think their claim is for 27% increase over 3 years. The only other place in Australia that's seen something anywhere near that has been Victoria, and they're now slashing their graduate nursing intake and their public sector generally. So we don't want to be in a situation like Victoria seems to have got themselves into, where we're paying things that can't be afforded, and then we're seeing cuts in who you take in nurses. We're very proud that we've significantly increased nurses, and we don't want to be in that Victorian situation.
Well, wouldn't if their demands for 27%, and we all love nurses and we all know the hugely important role that they play, but how would you be able to give nurses 27% if you've given the AMBOs this year 3 and 4%, or the Fireys 3 and 4%?
Yeah, I think that points to the difficulty that with 27% over 3 years, nearly double-digit rises each year for a few years is not something that most of your listeners would be enjoying, and it's not something that we can maintain budget surpluses. And as you say, it is significantly out of comparison with what some of our other very hard-working public sector workers have got this year. But we are keen to make sure that public sector workers are getting real wage rises over and above inflation, and in particular, and that's something we're negotiating at the moment with the PSA, making sure those lowest paid are looked after even more so.
Attorney General Kai Ma, thank you for joining us, and last time we'll chat for the year, so have a Merry Christmas too.
Thank you, and look forward to being on the Matt and Dave show again next year, guys.
We know what your highlight of 2025 was. The Attorney General, Guy and Ma,
Matt and Dave. Oh, that was funny, wasn't it?
It was. I forgot that was this year. A lot happened this year.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of stuff.
Three Liberal leaders.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not this year. It was
not quite.
August last year.
Not quite.
Wasn't it? August.
Yeah.
3 in just over a year.
We are talking highlights for the meat tray. Robert and St Peters. What was your highlight of 2025?
Well, December 40 years ago, I set up a small business, singing to residents in aged care facilities, and gave them a lot of joy. And to celebrate, I've decided to set up a Learn to Sing workshop, and I'll be releasing it online about February next year.
So the business, Robert, you said singing to people in aged care.
Yes.
What a great
my
thing.
background's been occupational health and safety. Can I tell you a funny story that happened with the Learn to Sing workshop?
Yeah.
What it was is, after the workshop, I said, what's the most important thing you've learned from the workshop? This Asian girl put up her hand. She said, I think if we all opened our vowels, you'll be very happy. And everyone laughed. And I said, no, if you opened your mouth and pronounced your vowels, then I'll be happy. So I wrote a little ditty. Have we got time to hear it? It's only a few lines.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm opening my mouth, pronouncing my vowels, following a strict musical score. I've never, ever heard my voice sound as good as this before. So now everyone pronounces vowels with a V.
Oh, mate, what a beautiful voice you've got too, Robert.
Lovely
voice. You can see why you've gone into that line of work. Absolutely magnificent.
Good on you, Robert.
That? We've got some singing Robert in the final show of the year.
We have. Wonderful stuff.
Terrific. All right, 19 minutes after 8, we're going to check traffic. And when we return, one of our market favourites will join us.
Morning there. A few collisions to look out for today. One at Prospect, Regency Road near Churchill Road. Another one at Ranella, Southern Expressway at Sheriff's Road, and a collision at Paradise, Darley Road near Gamow Road. Burst water main causing a few headaches today at Mile End, South Road near Carlton Parade, just near the Febby Theatre. Big delays through there. And early morning camera, Berrima Road, Shido Park. Big brand savings on now at Autobarn. Score 25 to 30% off brands across the store. Deals end Sunday in-store and online only at Autobarn. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
The 5AA Sports Show, Rowie and Timmy G.
I want everyone to be creative and have a sporting analogy about their team's season. So an analogy means you say something but it means another. Well, they've got two different meanings.
That's not an analogy.
No. Okay, well, that's not what I want then. I want an analogy. What's an analogy?
The 5AA Sports Show.
All I'm going to say, Ro, is don't look at the text line for these few minutes.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Weekdays from 4 p.m. on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Word gets around quick. The turbocharged Kia K4 hatch has just landed, featuring wireless connectivity and charging, plus a wide sunroof, all in one dynamic sporty package. Visit your Kia dealer today for a K4 test drive.
Kia, movement that inspires.
Some things are worth waiting for, like tickets to your favourite concert, waiting for a nice bottle of Red to breathe, or waiting for the kids to finally unpack the dishwasher. But waiting to get your air conditioner serviced just before summer or winter really hits? It's just not worth the pain. Get in touch with Morford Air now for servicing or a new system. Put it at the top of your to-do list. When it's too hot or cold to bear, reach for the Morford Air. morfordair.com.au.
Morford Air.
Well, the new Care Alert emergency watch is a game changer. We've seen it firsthand, and it's incredible. There's no doubt it's going to be very successful for the team at Care Alert. If you or a loved one lives alone, then the Care Alert emergency watch is definitely for you.
That's right. It's the simplest emergency watch on the market. We've seen them. I'm a Luddite. I even could work out how to use it. That will undoubtedly appeal to old Australians and their families because there's no complicated apps or buttons. The clarity of the voice prompts is superb, and when you talk through this watch, it means that the sound is unsurpassed. Full detection is accurate, immediate and brilliant, and it's also got GPS location in the event that a person becomes lost.
And this is why Care Alert are so respected in their industry. They deliberately analysed a heap of other watches on the market. They spoke with a whole bunch of their clients and elderly people in South Australia, and they've come out with what is this magnificent emergency watch that will keep people safe 24/7. It boasts key life-saving features that no other watch has.
So contact the great people at Care Alert to see if you might be eligible for a free one through either state or federal funding. Visit carealert.com.au or call 1300 75 85 95. The Care Alert Emergency Watch. You will love it.
When you think of single malt Scotch whisky, you might imagine Scotland's green hills, her fresh babbling brooks, and rows of oak barrels. But you can get the same feeling right here in Adelaide when you walk down the aisles at Powell's. Sam and Jamie from Parafield Airport Liquor Store know every drop on the shelf. They can guide you through Scotland's best whisky labels and the best from around the globe, all under one roof. Parafield Airport Liquor Store. Powell's, next to Roulette's Tavern, Kings Road, Parafield.
FIVEAA Milk Company will always put SA first, and you can too. When you reach for milk, reach for FIVEAA Milk Company products and support our dairy farmers and their families. We guarantee that all our milk is 100% South Australian and it's always fresh. We have over 24 refrigerated trucks shipping FIVEAA milk to cafes, restaurants and supermarkets all over SA. Look for the local in your supermarket. FIVEAA Milk Company. We're for SA dairy farmers.
The most frustrating thing about having your car repaired after a collision can be the wait. Sometimes months. At Premier Panel Services, the wait is one thing you won't have to worry about. We've expanded our workshop and our highly skilled team. It means we're better equipped to deliver an outstanding outcome for you and your car. RAA and MTA approved, Premier Panel Services work with most insurance companies. So ask for Premier Panel Services and get back on the road sooner.
Rosanna Mangiarelli here from 7 News. Join me and Will Goodings for Adelaide's leading news hour, 7 News, tonight at 6 o'clock.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
24 minutes after 8. If you want to be involved in the final Feedback Friday of 2025, you can get calling now. 8223 0055 is the number. Everyone wins a prize. We've got a magnificent Smeg appliance to give away as part of Feedback Friday. So get calling for that now. And then by 9 o'clock this morning, we're going to have given away $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture. The Legends Lounge, currently occupied by Deb, as it has been for the last 7 days. Can she go all the way? We'll find out before 9 o'clock.
Good luck knocking her off. You're going to need it. Well, we're joined now by I've got to say, Fabienne Riley has a job that I would kill for. I reckon one of the all-time great jobs in South Australia, being the General Manager of the wonderful Adelaide Central Market. Fabienne, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome back to the market. And no, I'm not giving my job back.
No, that's right. Let me just put your microphone up a bit. So this is your 5th year.
Fifth year in the job, yes, and still loving it.
Now, you're from France originally, and we have this thing as Australians where we go, I'd love to go to Europe, I'd love to go to France and see all the markets. Now, you've got wonderful, wonderful, wonderful markets in France, but do we sort of take this place for granted? Because this can hold its head high, can't it?
Absolutely. Look, every time I go back to see family, I always visit markets, whether it's in France or the rest of Europe, and I always come back thinking we are so lucky with our market. It's just, and for me, it's probably the closest place to home is the market.
Because it does feel like some of those French markets, like those enclosed ones like in Nîmes,
that's right. Yeah.
or in smaller towns, it's got that real easy
with a good mix of artisan, fresh food, and really focused on quality.
How's the redevelopment going? What stage is that at now?
It's going well. Look, it's just flying. And I don't know if you've looked outside, but the building is really going up.
It looks really cool.
Yeah, I think they're talking about one story every week. So it's just going really well. The commercial tower's been topped up, so that's done, and we're hoping to be open within a year.
Wow,
so
that's
hopefully
good.
Next Christmas,
amazing.
We'll have a double the size of the market, plus a level 1 retail, a residential tower, a hotel.
I've got to say, the project seems to have been pretty well managed given its scale. Like, you know, you can still come in here. I know there's been some reduction in parking upstairs, which has been a bit of a challenge. But the actual
Hardly,
vibe of the market.
Yeah, hardly. Look, we've had other car parks to use. If you are in the market, I was really worried, of course, but with the disruption has been very, very minimal. You wouldn't know if you're in the market because it's properly hoarded up. It's on the
clever.
other side. It's silent.
How do you not gain 3 kilograms a week working here? Because your office is above.
Yeah, that is a real issue. Let's talk about that.
No, you're going fine. You look good. But what I'm saying is, like, you know, because it's such a place. It's not just a food buying destination. It's a food eating destination.
Yes. Well, I suppose we just try to restrain ourselves.
It's never my strong suit, restraint.
You know, especially at Christmas, you know, the temptations are really high.
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah. No, well, look, nothing beats Christmas in the market. When I worked, it was always my favourite time of year. So busy. Good luck for next week because there'll be people everywhere.
Yeah, it's it's always a good reminder that the market is. You can find everything. Like you can find your daily grocery.
Yeah.
But you can also find all this gourmet, delicious things that we have for Christmas. And all at really good, affordable price.
Well, as I said, Fabienne, you've got such a great job, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you again. We come here every Christmas, we come here every Easter, so if we don't see you before, we'll definitely see you next Easter. But have a great holiday.
Thanks for coming, and enjoy a bit of shopping afterwards.
Yeah, we'll do. Thank you, Missy.
See ya.
Thank you, Fabienne. All right, it's time to take a break. It looks like we've got a full deck for Feedback Friday, which is coming up. But also a meat tray that is going to be the mother of all meat trays. Tony O'Connell said he's tossing in a ham on top of the usual meat tray goodness. We'll give that away by 9 o'clock. And the Nordic Furniture Legends Lounge. Here we go. It's going to be decided.
Catching up with family and friends at home is always a special time. Make life easy with a welcome hand from your local Barnacle Bill. It's Barnacle Bill for seafood and much, much more.
Not every conversation stays with you. This one will. Join Stephen Bartlett as he asks the questions no one else asks. Search The Diary of a CEO wherever you get your podcasts.
City Discount Tires. Get saving this month at City Discount Tires. Grab 3 Falcon Zeek ZE 310R passenger car tires and get the 4th tyre absolutely free. Experience top-notch performance with exceptional grip on both wet and dry surfaces. Steer your way to citydiscounttires.com.au for even more great deals. City Discount Tires. We're driven by value.
City Discount Tires. Hi, I'm Lynn Andrews. For over 50 years, the Lynn Andrews team have made it easy for landlords to manage residential and commercial property. From single homes to multiple commercial holdings, our passion for property investment means we have a great deal of knowledge. How to do it safely and properly, matching the right tenant with the right property every time. We're here to help you. Visit lynnandrews.com.au.
5AA Breakfast is streaming live right now. To watch, simply head to 5AA on Facebook or YouTube.
This is 5AA News, always Adelaide.
Partly cloudy and 37 today. With the 8:30 news, I'm Jess Adamson.
Make RAA-approved windscreen repairer, Complete Windscreens, your insurer repairer of choice. Visit completewindscreens.com.au.
2 men riding scooters have booked a date with the courts after being arrested in the early hours. A member of the public called police at 2 this morning after seeing the pair acting suspiciously at the back of a homemaker's centre on James Congdon Drive at Mile End. One man was found to be in possession of an ice pipe. The other was armed with a hammer, a screwdriver and a spanner. A 36-year-old from Port Pirie West and a 28-year-old from Waialanori have been charged with possessing drug equipment and going equipped to commit an offence. Tom Silvani will return to court today for a plea hearing after he was found guilty of rape. The son of Carlton legend Stephen Silvani was revealed as the high-profile Melbourne man convicted of rape after a suppression order was lifted late yesterday. It had banned media from identifying him or his family since June last year. Justin Quill from Thompson Gear Lawyers doesn't believe he was being protected because he was from a high-profile AFL family.
I don't think that
played a part at all. Secondly, that is what people thought played a part. But thirdly, I will say this. A lot of these cases that we're seeing where mental harm is being argued, they cost a lot of money. You've got to have barristers and you've got to have psychiatrists.
SA unions are calling on the state government to rebuild the housing trust and deliver 12,000 new homes. They've released a housing policy paper highlighting the struggle of young workers trying to enter the housing market. The report says private interests and developers are failing to guarantee supply, often hoarding land while waiting for prices to rise. Health ministers will meet in Brisbane today to discuss a number of state and national-based issues. Rhys D'Alessandro reports.
Top of the agenda for state and territory health ministers will be their fight with Federal Health Minister Mark Butler. They will be hoping to hash out a better deal that does more to clear the so-called stranded Australians waiting in state-run hospital beds for an aged care bed funded by the feds. The Prime Minister has slightly upped the existing offer of $20 billion over 5 years, but the states say it's underwhelming, meaning any agreement this morning seems unlikely.
Financial counsellors are calling for an overhaul of the nation's credit laws amid a sharp rise in people struggling to repay debts. Research suggests bankruptcy rates have tripled since 2019. Financial Counselling Australia says the fastest growing area is private schools and strata bodies. Time magazine has revealed its Person of the Year, and this time it's a collective, the architects of AI. US correspondent Reid Butler reports.
The brains behind the world's AI boom have been recognised by Time magazine, among them ChatGPT's Sam Altman, Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk. The magazine says 2025 was the year when the potential of artificial intelligence roared into view. Disney also announcing today it's willing to buy in big, investing more than $1 billion in OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT. Also, iconic characters will be licensed for the company's AI video generating tool. The move likely to spark criticism from creatives in the entertainment industry who fear artificial intelligence will take their jobs.
Now turning to 5AA Sport.
Be the first to test drive the all-new Mitsubishi ASX at Agostino Mitsubishi, Nailsworth and Mawson Lakes.
Here's Tom.
Thank you, Jess. Former England captain Michael Vaughan believes Ollie Pope should be dropped for the third test in Adelaide, wanting Ben Stokes to be moved up to number 3. England must win the third test here in Adelaide or they cannot regain the Ashes urn as they currently trail 2-0 in the best-of-5 series. Let's stick with cricket, and Beth Mooney has starred for the Scorchers in their 11-run win over the Sydney Sixers in the WBBL finals. Mooney delivered a masterclass with the blade, smashing 76 off just 44 balls. Perth will now play Hobart in the final tomorrow night. Meantime, Nick Maddinson has opened up on his battle with testicular cancer as he prepares to launch a comeback in the Big Bash. The Sydney Thunder batsman has been given the all-clear after numerous rounds of chemotherapy. The 33-year-old hopes his story will help others.
Obviously, since the news broke, that's what I'd kind of been through over the winter. I've had people even stop me in the street and say that they've read the news and have decided to go and get tested.
Roger Federer will return to Rod Laver Arena to launch the Australian Open. Eddie Summerfield reports.
An opening ceremony will be held for the first time the night before the Australian Open begins. It'll see six-time champion Roger Federer return to Melbourne Park on Saturday, January 17, for a special Battle of the World Number Ones, joining Andre Agassi, Pat Rafter and Leighton Hewitt, with the 15-day slam beginning the following Sunday. Tickets for the opening ceremony aren't cheap, starting at $149, going on sale today.
And one game in the NBL overnight with the Illawarra Hawks recording a 100 to 85-point win against the Brisbane Bullets. And that's the 5AA Sport.
Now checking 5AA traffic.
Lynn Andrews Real Estate, experts in commercial and residential property management. lynnandrews.com.au.
At Prospect, a smash on Regency Road near Churchill Road. Brunella, crash on the Southern Expressway at Sheriff's Road. And Myland, burst Watermain South Road near Carlton Parade, causing delays. Lights on the blink this morning at Royal Park, West Lakes Boulevard near Tapley's Hill Road. And early morning camera, Southern Expressway at O'Halloran Hill. Harris Car Friends' greatest Christmas sale tomorrow. Save 50% off full-price cookware by Scanpan. Don't miss out. Conditions apply. Harris Scarf, great brands, great prices. Adelaide's most accurate traffic on 5AA.
Now the 5AA forecast, 37 today before a cool change later. A perfect 27 tomorrow, 23 for Sunday and Monday. Right now, it's already 28 degrees on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Celebrate the festive season with FIVEAA festive specials. Whatever you fancy, a big red to bring over to your father-in-law's barbecue, a great Prosecco for your Aperol spritz, or a chilled carton of lager to kick off your holidays. You'll find it at FIVEAA. Or for those hot on trends, see our range of ginger beers, seltzers, craft beers and local gins. From the FIVEAA family to your family. Have a happy Christmas. FIVEAA, your local independent SA family liquor store for over 45 years.
Milwaukee Spend and Get is on now at Toolkit Depot. Spend $250 across the Milwaukee range and get $50 back in TKD bucks. The more you spend on Milwaukee, the more you get back. Hurry, Milwaukee Spend and Get ends Saturday, only at Toolkit Depot. T's and C's apply.
Now here's a Christmas treat. Sweet SA rock lobster from Ferguson, Australia, and it's surprisingly easy to cook. And a lobster half is the easiest way to enjoy a serve all to yourself. No carving required.
These things are so tasty. Thaw your Ferguson raw rock lobsters out for 20 minutes. Add garlic butter, then roast them in the oven or grill them on the barbecue. So easy. If you can carve a ham or peel a prawn, then you can easily throw a lobster on the barbie.
And at about $30, a 200-gram raw half in your local Foodland supermarket is an affordable luxury. Ferguson lobsters are all caught in the pristine, clear and deep waters of the Southern Ocean along the Limestone Coast, so it's no wonder they're so tasty.
Nothing says Christmas like a seafood feast from Ferguson, Australia, and you can use your summer dining cashback vouchers at Ferguson, Australia. Visit Ferguson, Australia, 16 Circuit Drive, Hendon, for live and freshly cooked lobster available in all sizes.
Hi, Bredibit here for Mawson Lakes Mazda. There's still time to make 2025 the year you stopped dreaming and started driving that shiny new Mazda. The end-of-year plate clearance is on now with huge deals on all models. That's 12 months rego free, stamp duty free, plus accessory packs worth $500. No gimmicks, just great deals. Finish the year strong and in sports mode at Mawson Lakes Mazda. Salisbury Highway, just a short drive from the city.
South Australia, the countdown is on. By January 1st, all businesses and venues with public access over a certain size must have a defibrillator installed and clearly signed. Failing to comply could mean a hefty fine. Defibrillators Australia make it simple, with approved AEDs, cabinet signage and certification all ready before deadline. Don't risk it. Call 1300 331193 or visit defibrillatoraustralia.com.au today. Defibrillators Australia, protecting hearts, keeping your business compliant.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
21 minutes to 9, Feedback Friday in just a moment. Dean and Jim and Raymond will be contesting for the Smeg appliance, but we've also got movie tickets, thanks to the great people at Wallace Cinemas, for everyone involved in Feedback Friday. Let's take some Meat Tray Friday calls first, though. Jeff in Black Forest, what was your highlight of 2025, Jeff?
Well, mine's a bit different. After 123 years of parenting with four children, the last three moved out this year. So we've got the house to ourselves, and I've just told the wife to pack the bags. We're going.
That's an excellent highlight, Jeff.
Empty
Thank
nesters.
you. Yeah, big lifetime milestone. Let's go to Warradale. Jane, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good,
thanks, Jane. You too.
My highlight, my husband and I went to Las Vegas and renewed our wedding vows for our 50 years anniversary. And second to that, we went to Graceland.
Spectacular.
How good's that?
That is excellent. I wonder how many of our listeners have done that.
Renewing the vows in Vegas.
Renewed the vows, either overseas or else.
Yeah.
We should talk about that next year. That's an interesting
Yeah,
topic. Good on you, Jane. Linda and Heathfield, good morning.
Good morning, David and Will. Merry Christmas to you both.
You too, Linda.
Love listening to you. And
Thank you.
Yeah, laughed. Mine this year, one of them was singing Islands in the Stream online, and I won the Lensahide thing.
That's
and,
right. Linda, that was one of our highlights of the year too.
Oh, thanks. I had such fun. I took my girlfriend along. Another one is just living through 5 cancers still. Just a lovely walking group that I've joined since COVID. Sometimes you just got to live every day, don't you?
You do. Absolutely you do, Linda.
Yeah.
Good on you, Linda.
Yeah.
We hope you're going well. with all of that. Good on you. Thank you, Linda. We've loved being in here today. We love seeing all the regular listeners who pop in. Going to catch up after 9 o'clock with our great friend Stacey from Richmond. Been talking to Kaz from Brompton as well. Both of them, they're so generous. They've brought in Christmas gifts for our kids. And I just wanted a quick shout out too to Matt, who is a FIVEAA worker at Jacinth Ambrosia mine near Sejuna. I was just talking to his lovely wife, Sarah. Big hello to Sarah. So, Matt, if you're listening, mate, thanks for being a loyal listener to the 5AA Brekkie Show.
Matt might be our most remote listener.
Yeah. Oh, no, we got a text earlier from someone who's listening in Helsinki.
Oh, really?
Apparently we're big in Helsinki.
Is that right?
Yeah.
We're time for an OB, I think.
Oh, yeah, totally.
There's got to be
get a bit of herring into us.
What's the Helsinki Central Market like?
Bit of vodka.
Pretty good.
I don't know. Well, there's only one way to find out.
Well, I think we're the people for the job, I would have thought. It's time for our final Feedback Friday of the year. Here we go.
Feedback Friday today, so have you say feedback.
Let's start in Craigmore for Feedback Friday with Dean. And Dean, we'll ask you the question we've been asking all of our listeners this morning. What's the best thing that happened to you all year?
Well, Brisbane winning the grand final again. But this time it didn't cost me $1,200 because I wasn't quite as inebriated as 2024.
That sounds like a win all the way around, Dean. Hey,
you know what I bought? I ordered all this stuff from 2024. You know, the first thing that rolled up was a pair of bras and knickers.
Dean, you're sharing too much, my friend. We are live on the air.
Sounds like it's an accidental delivery error, I guess.
Dean,
no suggestion of cross-dressing on Dean's part.
Dean, best just answer the questions, I reckon.
That's hilarious, Dean.
Hey, Dean, would you sell your Facebook account to an under 16 for a bit of extra cash?
Not a hope in hell. I'm not that shallow.
Apparently there's
after the answer to question one, hopefully the answer to that's no.
Yeah, I think exactly right. There's a bit of a black market trade in that kind of thing going on at the moment. Dean, have you or will you go look at Christmas lights this year? Are you a Christmas light enthusiast?
Yeah, I am actually. No, I love it. Love it. Love it. More lights the better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Do you think the new leader of the opposition, Ashton Hearn's, got a chance in the next state election?
Look, I think she's fantastic for the Liberal Party, but not a hope in hell. No way in the world.
Good on you, Dean. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean.
Just stay away from those online purchases, Dean. Let's go to Jim and Unley. Morning, Jim.
Morning, guys.
Jim, who do you think deserves a statue somewhere in the CBD?
Well, you're talking about the cricketer head. I reckon if they just did a statue of a head with no name under it, that would be perfect.
Oh, what a fitting tribute. Head, not even head's head, just head.
No, just the head.
Just the head.
What happened, head?
Yeah.
Got a cramp.
We're going to meet you with the head.
Sorry.
Are you going to go to the cricket next week, Jim?
No, mate. I enjoy my sports, but I sit on a couch and I have a bourbon and Coke and I watch it on Fox or whoever's broadcasting.
Yeah. Well, TVs are so good and coverage is so good these days. Why not?
It's almost impossible to get tickets
and they can be quite expensive too. Hey, Jim, when was the last time you were in the Adelaide Central Markets?
I reckon 2 weeks ago because I had to get some prawns and I reckon 2 weeks ago. Got some prawns and a bit of mango and some fresh tomato. Always beats the supermarkets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it does. It's just unique.
Have you got a Christmas party this year, Jim?
Well, my father-in-law passed away a couple of weeks ago, so the wife's not too keen about doing anything for Christmas this year.
No, fair enough, mate. It's a difficult time. Hey, Jim, thank you for being part of Feedback Friday. We appreciate it. Let's go to Salisbury Plains. Raymond, good morning.
Good morning to you both, boys, and good morning to Frank, if you're listening. I'm sure he is. He usually is.
Oh, good morning to Frank.
Who's Frank? Which Frank?
Frank's a glazier, mate. He listens quite regularly and hears me give traffic reports every now and then. He says, you never say hello to me, so Today, Frank. Hello.
All right.
Hello,
Frank. Well, hello, Frank. I was too
Hello,
afraid
Frank,
to ask
from
a
us.
follow-up question after Dean a moment ago. Now, Raymond, who would you pick for a free spot on your footy club's board?
Ooh.
You know what? Up until a few weeks ago, I would have said Warren Treadway, but gee whiz, I don't know. Actually, you know who I would? I know who I would put on my board. My neighbour Matthew Clark. He's a coach for. No, different Matthew Clark.
Different Matthew Clark.
Yeah, no, my neighbour in Salisbury. He's a coach for a what would you call it? A team made up of challenged kids. And him and a few of the other sisters do a really good job of getting these kids to play football. And, I think he deserves to be on a board. He's got a lot of ideas.
Yeah,
and
that's a good idea,
love what
Raymond.
he does, yeah.
The other Matthew Clark.
It's a good pick.
Hey, Raymond, should councils be abolished?
Sometimes I think for sure, but then I don't trust the state to be able to look after local issues, so I'd say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting answer.
I'd like to see it improve.
Yes, well, I think we all would. This is an interesting one that looks like it may well be something that is reality in the future. Would you hand your social media accounts over to US authorities to enter the United States?
I've got nothing to worry about there, so yeah, wouldn't be an issue for me. I don't know how they're going to do that though. So what, do you rock up and you've got to unlock your thing and then they're going to scroll through 5 years of social media? Is that how it works?
It's a great question. I have no idea.
Well, I think they do it in advance.
I've got no idea how that's even possible.
It's because you have to apply in advance for the ESTA, which is the visa waiver. So you get your ESTA. So it would be during the application.
Mind you, they would get millions of those.
Are they going to employ people to go through all the applications and go through the last 5 years of all your TikTok, your Instagram, your Facebook, and Lord knows whatever other social media you might have?
Well, it'd probably be AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Although couldn't I just jump on Twitter this afternoon and do God bless Donald Trump tweets for an hour?
That might be what you have to do before you go to the US.
Yeah.
It'd save people a lot of time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good way of doing it, actually.
I wouldn't go. I'm too brown. With my colouring, I'd probably get caught in an ice raid at the moment. And I can speak Spanish. I'd get hosed down by the paramilitary.
I think you're exactly the kind of person they don't want coming into the country.
Imagine if I got deported to Mexico. That'd be bloody sensational.
Raymond, thank you. Appreciate it. Who gets the Smeg appliance?
I reckon let's give it to Raymond.
All right. Yeah, Raymond was good fun.
I like his footy idea. His neighbour sounds like a good bloke.
Yeah.
Frank sounds like a good bloke.
Yeah, we love Frank the Glazier.
With a very, very honourable mention to Dean with his bra
Dean.
disclosures.
Who knows? I'd stay out of Dean's way if Brisbane win a grand final. He's had a few.
I know.
Gee whiz.
Who's that lady? That's
good night to be
lady.
Good day to be an online lingerie store.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
But you know what?
Holly Burdett will go out of business if the Lions win again.
Well, what you do in the privacy of your own home is your business, isn't it?
Exactly. Whatever bakes your potato.
Exactly right.
Whatever floats your boat.
It's not anyone else's business.
Dean and
until
Jim.
you then share it on local radio.
That's right. Exactly. Dean and Jim get the Wallace Cinema tickets, and Raymond gets the Smeg thing.
All right. Well, the big one is coming up on the other side of the break. The Nordic Furniture Legends Lounge. $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture will be giving away next. We know one contestant. It's Debbie. If you want to be the other, get calling right now. 8223 0055. You're only 2 correct answers away from $10,000 of the best furniture you are ever going to own. That's next.
We often talk about cancer as if it's one thing, but there are as many cancers as there are people with it. Because the makeup of every person is unique. Every cancer treatment must be unique too. At SAMRI, our cancer research is not looking for a cure-all, but a cure each. To continue this research, SAMRI needs your help and your donations. Visit samri.org.au to find out more and donate today.
Go Harvey Norman. Get the latest Windows 11 computer and get 10% of your purchase price in Harvey Norman gift cards. That's right, spend $500 or more on a Windows 11 computer and get 10% in gift cards. All the big brands, Acer, Asus, HP, Lenovo and more. Hurry, big deals and bonus gift cards until Sunday only, in-store and online. Harvey Norman, best brands, best range, best prices and 10% in bonus gift cards. Conditions and exclusions apply.
Word gets around quick. The turbocharged Kia K4 hatch has just landed, featuring wireless connectivity and charging, plus a wide sunroof, all in one dynamic sporty package. Visit your Kia dealer today for a K4 test drive.
Kia, movement that inspires.
They say one of life's biggest decisions is buying a home. But sometimes the hardest one is leaving it. At Anglicare SA, we're here to help you stay where you belong. We offer support for everyday things like cleaning, gardening, cooking, but are also experts in care management, allied health, and clinical nursing. Because we believe there is no place like home. And with the right support, there is no reason to leave it. Find out more at Anglicare SA. You are at home.
Hi, Mike Keelan here. Is your lawn a chore or a pleasure? If you're watching the clock, it's a chore. Now, if you're watching the lines, it's a pleasure. Mowers Plus Salisbury is there for the pleasure seekers. And if it's a chore, they'll make it easier. Mowers Plus stock all the big brands and they service everything, including cylinder mower grinding and all types of blade sharpening. You'll always receive genuine service from people who really care. Google Mowers Plus Salisbury.
Now, Strikers fans, fire up. It's another massive summer of KFC Big Bash, and Adelaide Oval is the only place you want to be.
Nothing compares to the Strikers' iconic New Year's Eve match presented by Health Partners. This is Adelaide's biggest New Year's Eve party with live cricket, huge atmosphere and a crowd that brings the energy every single year.
And this season, the Strikers take on the Brisbane Heat. Once the final ball is bowled, the party keeps going with Birds of Tokyo live, plus a huge sound and light show that'll take New Year's Eve to the next level.
It's the ultimate family night out and the best way to kick off 2026. Last year sold out, so don't wait. Lock in your seats now at adelaidestrikers.com.au. Adelaide Strikers, our city, our team.
There's surprisingly big offers at Hyundai, like the Tucson from $39,990 drive away. Visit your participating Hyundai dealer today.
David Penberthy and Will Goodings, 5AA Breakfast.
6 to 9, we have for 2 weeks been building up to this moment. The Nordic Furniture Legends Lounge featuring a $10,000 prize from one of the more remarkable, you mentioned it, you phrased it well earlier, David, that one of the great local manufacturing stories, Nordic Furniture.
Totally.
You go into that showroom, it's all spectacular, you think, crikey, the name's Nordic, so you think, oh, has it all been coming in from Scandinavia? No, it comes from the Adelaide Hills, made here by people in Adelaide. It is the best stuff you're ever likely to see.
How important, how rare to hear of furniture being made in Australia at all these days, let alone such high quality furniture.
It's so good.
Like it's almost a lost art, furniture making.
Yeah.
Because, you know, these days you look at almost any store, it's either done by machines or it's done in Vietnam or in Indonesia. This is done in Adelaide, and that's something to celebrate.
Well, we envisaged when we started this series of quizzes that every couple of days we'd have different contestants because it'd be hard to keep winning. Well, boy, did Debbie prove us wrong. Debbie has won every single day from Thursday last week through till Thursday yesterday. She needs 2 more correct answers to get the Nordic Furniture Legends Lounge victory and the $10,000 voucher. Debbie, good morning.
Good morning, lads. Look, honestly, win or lose, it's been a wild ride. It's been a great year. Thanks, guys, for everything. Merry Christmas to everyone.
You too, Debbie.
You too, Debbie.
Thank you, Debbie.
Yeah, you're right. Either way, you walk away as one of the legends of radio quiz history.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you are that. Either way, and
For more than one thing.
One of those ends with $10,000 worth of furniture. The other ends with one of the great hard luck stories in history. So, Debbie, good luck to you. You're taking on Jared in Westbourne Park. Jared, good morning.
Morning.
Have you been following Debbie's success, as it turns out, Jared?
I have been. Debbie's been amazing for the last week, and I'm really sorry, but I'm trying to spoil her amazing run of wins.
No, that's what it's all about.
Best, Jared.
It's what this competition's been about. I mean, you could play it a number of different ways, tactically, couldn't you? You could have always tried to get in early to win the whole time, or you could have waited till late to try and
bidding late
to jag it. Exactly right. Here we go. Your names are your buzzers. 2 correct answers will see you getting the $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture. Here we go. What is the capital city of Canada?
Jared.
Yes, Jared.
Ottawa.
Oh, Jared out of the blocks early with confidence. Question number 2. What is currently the highest ranked film on IMDb? Ooh. This is
Jared.
a tough one. Jared?
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, my goodness. He has stolen it.
Oh, Debbie.
Jared has stolen it. Oh, Debbie, no. Debbie.
Oh, we're heartbroken for you,
Oh,
Debbie.
it's one of the final moments of the year. Is one of the most tragic moments, the most gutting moments we've had in competition history. Jared, we're happy for you. Debbie, we're devastated. What can we get Debbie? We need to give Debbie something.
Well, let's give.
You know what, Debbie?
Debbie,
You've got the great people at Debney Distributors are good friends of ours. They do Smeg in South Australia. They handle those wonderful appliances. We're going to get you something from Smeg.
We're
going to chat with them.
We'll get you a Smeg blender, Debbie.
Yeah, we'll work out what you want.
And you can have. You
deserve something.
I'll text you my margarita recipe because you deserve a drink after what you've been through.
Oh, Debbie, you've been a superstar, though. Thank you for being part of the competition. Jared, you've got $10,000 worth of Nordic furniture coming your way.
Thank you. So excited. Sorry, Debbie, to spoil the party, but over the moon to have the Nordic furniture.
They were the tough questions this time out too.
Shawshank Redemption.
That's
sort of like so many people when asked what's your favourite movie of all time, say Shawshank Redemption.
Well, it's kind of infamously been the top of IMDb for decades. So it's sort of a
absolute stab in the dark on that one.
Was it really? You're kidding.
Well, it was the same reason that David said, in that people always say it's their favourite movie. So that was stab in the dark.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. And you certainly knew the capital of Canada, which would have tripped a lot of people up. They might have said Vancouver or Toronto.
I'm hopeless at capitals.
That was great. Jared, congratulations to you, mate.
Jared.
We're jealous. We are seriously jealous of you.
Sorry, Debbie. On you, Deb. You're a good sport. Have a great Christmas, the pair of you too.
Absolutely.
And everybody else.
And big thanks to the people at Nordic Furniture. That was a lot of fun over the course of the journey. Crafting bespoke premium luxury furniture by hand right here in South Australia for 54 years. Let's check the fuel before we let you go. It's better to be a member with RAA Road Service. The cheapest is the Yugo St Mary's at $1.58.9. Diesel's jumped up significantly. It is the Shell OTR at St Mary's, $1.79.9.
Hey, happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Everybody stay safe. I hope that everybody gets a break. I know that not everybody will. I see we've got our mates from Sapol over there.
They're ready to talk.
They're
here to talk to you.
I found the donut stand.
Oh, dear.
Hang on. I know.
Peter, it's his last day. He's moving on too.
No, it's Pete's last day. But the reason I mentioned Sapol, we know that there'll be a lot of people, nurses, prison guards, aptly I'll mention them, coppers, a lot of people working in health who'll be working right through summer, keeping the rest of us safe. The fireys, obviously, so big thanks to them. But to everybody else, those of us who'll be sitting around glued to our TV sets with the air conditioner on and a cool beverage watching the cricket, playing beach cricket down at the, hopefully our algal-free beaches with the kids. We hope you get some good family and friend downtime. We'll do it all again next year, mate.
Looking forward to it.
Happy New Year. Pat, rest of the crew.
The whole team.
And big thanks to the market.
Indeed. Merry Christmas all. We'll see you in 2026.